Hello, Chelsea. What's up, Chelsea?
Hello, DJ Concrete and
And
Sweet Mama. What's going
Hi,
on?
Happy New Year, Miss Chelsea.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Love.
what's up, Cuzzy?
Good.
How you doing today, Cuzzy?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. I am great. I think somebody has their phone turned up or something needs to
That
be
was
turned
me.
down. Okay. What's up, brother-in-law? Brother-in-law's in the building. I need you again tonight, brother-in-law, because this topic here is about to be something. And you know what? Chelsea just found out what the topic was going to be, and
Mm.
Sweet Mama G is just about to find out what this topic is about to be. And y'all know how we do. All right. So, you know what, Sweet Mama? I'm gonna let
Yes.
you remember the old way. Go ahead and do the mental
Yeah, you caught me up. Guard. See my papers I shuffled over.
right.
I didn't even know you had sent me a link. Okay.
Yeah, I sent you a link.
All
Yeah.
right. Greetings and salutations, everyone, here in Street Tactics Radio Land. Welcome. We want to introduce our host, our executive producer,
DJ Concrete, aka Crete.
and our other co-host.
Miss Chelsea Lowe.
Okay. And Sweet Mama G, welcome for coming back again for another fabulous Friday for Conversations and Crete. So, as we begin every show when we do the topics, we want you to do a mental health check in from 1 to 5, 5 being your most fabulousness, and 1, you need self care and work. So, we're going to hit our panel to see how they're feeling, but make sure you go in the chat and put how you're feeling tonight. 1 through 5, 5 being your best. You can also see on the scroll bar, we're waiting for that for our executive producer to put that information up.
Oh,
So you can also call in when it's time, when the toppers get up and popping. So you'll be ready. So you can call 470-493-9928 when that time comes. Make sure you go on to YouTube, Street Tactics Radio, and make sure you hit like, click, and subscribe, as well as the notification button. So when Street Tactics go live, you will be one of our first guests to come on, be popping like Brother Tony, brother-in-law. We appreciate all our listeners that come on and participate. So we're going to have another great show. I'm interested in seeing what the topic will be because I know Concrete, he had us up and going last weekend for the last show of 2022. So welcome everybody. Come on through. If you on, share, tell your friends, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, so we can get more and more people. Hey, Bayliner, thank you for coming in. Good evening and welcome. And we're about to get it popping.
yes, indeed. And thank you for that, Cuzzy.
You're welcome.
Um, you want to do your mental health check, Chelsea? You want us to kick it off?
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, to be completely frank, I'm probably at a 3 right now. I just got off vacation, so I was at a 5. And then I got back and I got the crud, and I have just been feeling under the weather. But I say 3.5 to be solid fair. I just need to kick this crud, and I'll be right back up there to where I need to be.
Okay.
All
And
right.
we missed you guys while you was gone, but it was the holidays, so we totally understand.
Mhm.
Brother-in-law said he gives his mental health check a 4.
Right.
And
Yeah.
shouts out to Baylana, a weekly supporter. Thank you for coming in once
Mhm.
again,
Yes.
saying good evening. And Baylana said they're on a 5 on the mental health check,
Love
and
it.
that's wonderful. How about you, cousin?
I'm about I'm a 5, a 4, 5. I'm at a
Okay.
5 because I'm glad I can sit down for a minute and that I'm on Street Talk Radio. So I'm definitely a 5, no
Okay.
matter what. But what
Awesome.
about you, Cree? How your week been?
You know what? My week has been actually pretty good. It's been actually really good. I've been running into a bunch of nutty people, but you can't let nutty people mess you up. You know what I'm saying? So
Ain't that
I
right?
just take it how it is. So
Mhm.
shouts out to Tina Bowling pulling up in.
Tina,
Thank you for coming
Tina.
through. Yeah.
Right.
um But other than that, I have absolutely nothing to complain about. And life is good, and whatever comes my way, I try to
Yes.
catch it and put it in my pocket instead of catch it and keep it in front of my face.
I hear that. That's
Yeah,
the best you can do. Welcome to 2023.
yeah, yeah.
Here it
So
is.
now, um, it's really, really wonderful having you guys on the panel. I'm glad all of us are here and healthy and everything. And
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
it's been some very interesting things happening in the world. And
Mhm.
to be honest with you, with these things happening, this is a good time to stick to your loved ones. You understand? Because there's just so
Yeah.
much going on. You never know when you're going to need them or they're going to need you. So, it's just best to just do what you got to do and stick with your people and, keep your close ones close. So,
Mhm.
and that's how we're going to do. So today's topic is uh, the modern woman versus the traditional woman. Y'all too. y'all think I'm wanting to start it tonight? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh boy. Well, I might just start it.
Oh goodness.
Okay. So I'll start it off. I will start it off here. Okay.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
Okay.
it. What you
Y'all
got?
know I like to put my little thing together. I take my little time during the week. So fresh new relationships are formed on a daily amongst men and women. And these days, a lot of drama follows, unfortunately. And not to be negative, but a lot of it could come with a lot less drama if you pick the right woman. Y'all
Oh
hear that,
man.
guys?
Oh man.
Oh
You can call
man.
it a man. Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
sweet mama.
All I'm just telling y'all is to bring it. Bring it. So
Okay.
now, what do you think? What can you say about what I just said, Chelsea? I said the women. Why would you say man?
Well, I mean, it goes for either character, but you're right. I mean, I think coming down to choosing your partner. I mean, I guess is the way I would say it. It's important. It's important on what and how the steps you take to choose the people that you are going to keep in your surrounding. And simple as that. I don't disagree with it, but or man, just partner. Add that in there.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna come back to you about that partner stuff.
Gotta say partner
All right.
nowadays.
Now, what about you, cousin? What loophole can you find in what I just said?
I think it goes both ways. You have to pour into your partner um, both ways. It shouldn't be just a man trying to find a good woman. If I see that I know I'm a good woman and I'm sticking to your duties and your roles of the traditional
Right.
woman, I want a
Right.
good man. I don't want to stick
Mhm.
to duties and roles and then you be an abuser or you're not a good man or whatever. You have to invest into each other and
Yep.
your partner. Let's say partner nowadays.
You know what, cousin? I can agree with you and Chelsea. I
Ooh,
do.
I got that one.
Oh my God. Ooh,
Woo.
heart palpitations.
Jack up, boy. No, I'm messing with y'all. No, I agree with
Because
y'all. But see, here's the thing about that. Now, yes, I'm gonna agree. Like, a lot of times, as far as women, you guys really have to pay attention to the men that you're dating or have an interest in, because a lot of these guys could be, I mean, we watch the news. There's a lot going on in the news, and a lot of these guys are doing some stuff that's just unbelievable, and
Yeah.
definitely disassociate yourself with them, from them. So I'll be dar for you. Women are overrated. Investing in a robot is the future. Oh
and
yeah.
same for women. There are male robots as well. Don't get it twisted. And torsos. And torsos. And so if you want to say that it's the same role,
Thank you, Albie, for your comment.
thank you so
Amen.
much. Nope. Bayliner, thank you. We got modern men to deal with. Tina Boland said, I feel ladies are a mixture of both. And then, of course, Bayliner said, you fitting to start some trouble in here, Concrete. And hey, Simply 10.
Yes.
It's happening.
Well, thank you, Baylana, for your comment. And hold on, brother-in-law Tony said, not like the women bots, though.
Amen.
And Miss Tina Boland said, I feel ladies are. Oh, okay, y'all. You guys already. Thank y'all for already. Thank you. Okay, so we are enjoying the comments. So now, but us as men, we really have to pay attention, because me personally, I will not deal with a modern woman. I won't. I had a taste. I won't do it ever again. And this is not blaming on any of past or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. But
what's considered a modern woman to you, Concrete?
We are going to get into that.
Okay.
We
need
to break it down.
Let me take a sip.
Yeah.
I was like, my tea is too hot.
So there's so many varieties of women to choose from, and just to name a few, we have skinny, round, flat, bent, jacked up, tall, skinny, black, white, brown, albino. I know y'all get the point.
Amen.
So, with that being said, I want to tell y'all ladies, men are simple. Can y'all agree with that?
Simple has multiple meanings.
Okay. My simple is talking about maintaining a man. Okay? Maintaining a man. So, have you ever ran into a guy that was complicated? Cousin?
Yes, every day. Okay. You are.
Oh.
Calm down, baby. Calm down.
Okay. What's complicated about me?
Woo.
Oh.
This is our half centennial. I don't have that much time. I don't have another 50 years to describe you. I think a lot of men still have, and I understand where you're coming from, especially when you're coming from how you were raised and what you went through. But times have changed, just like everything else. If you find a traditional woman of the standards you want, please invite me to the wedding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. You're not getting married in North America. You're not getting married again under American law. So then we got to figure out what mountaintop party in Bali or someplace else we're going to be. So see all these stipulations? Yeah.
Yes. So do you want to hear my story? Huh?
I'm listening.
If
wrote
you
a song about it. Wrote a song about it. Like to hear it go.
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you what. Again, me personally, I'm not a difficult guy. I'm very simple. All I need is food. Now I'm talking about from the woman. Food, like cooking. I need intimacy. And I need a clean house. That's three simple things. Three simple things. The guy who you were talking about, I don't think you were talking about me at first, cousin. But who was difficult?
You.
Oh my. Okay. All right. I'll take it. Me.
Somebody
want to read
Bayliner? Sure. Men are simple. They need three things: fed. Men need to be handled, and clean house is all they need.
Amen.
So it's funny that Bayliner was in line of thinking as me, right? So in any, let's say, in any relationship that you had, cousin, I'm warning you tonight, because see, I know Dr. D. He's a good man, and I can't rock Chelsea so much on some of these things, but I will rock you now, Chelsea.
I'm waiting.
But cousin, now what were some of the difficulties or just the extra things that you had to deal with sometimes in the relationship?
Um, so we go back to talking about if the man's going to take care of the household, the financial piece. If you want me to be in line as a traditional woman, you have to have finances in order. I shouldn't have to sell Mary Kay, Avon, spices, real estate, financial. If you say you want to be head of the household, you have to show being head of the household. I'm too tired to cook, handle, and clean and cook if I'm out there doing 20 different things because you're home playing the video game instead of maybe elevating to your dreams or your aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
People talk about doing the dreams and aspirations and then they don't do it.
Right. You know what?
Um,
I can. Oh, you want to add to
yeah, I
that?
was gonna say, so don't keep telling me you want me to be a part of your life, but then I get about helping with the business, but if I'm working the business more than you're working the business, it's not your business, it's my business.
Yeah.
You're supposed to take care of me. So if I'm the brains and the personality that's getting you that money, though it's a process, and then you chilling back, no, that I'm the one bringing in the money.
Okay. I can agree with that, cousin. I can because a man needs to be a man, gotta be a man, and that's and if he has you in that predicament, then he's not what he wants to be. You want to read Tina Boland's what's on the screen?
Yeah.
I,
It says, no, men need to be the boss.
But it
that's
costs to be the boss.
yeah.
If
I
you're
mean,
not putting up the cost to be the boss, then you're not the
Correct.
boss.
I agree with
Correct.
Miss Tina, and okay, that was Amen Girl talking to
Well, I like City Boy. We got City Boy Smack. See, and he says, "See, I do the cooking. I just need love and loyalty."
I like that city boy. Hey.
You know?
What's up, City Boy? Thanks for coming through, my brother.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
Exactly.
that was yeah. Well, see, he said, see, he do the cooking and he
He
just
do
need the
the
loving.
cooking.
Yeah,
He
it's
I
does
just
the
need love
cooking.
and
you know what?
loyalty.
I'm gonna tell you like this to be honest with you.
Depends.
I don't have a problem with that either. You know what I mean? But I like to cook, believe it or not. I do.
Mhm.
I probably could have like on the side went and did like like took up culinary arts or something like
Mm,
that. But for the most part though, I'm busy on what I do. I don't cook. So I'm busy,
mm,
so I don't have time to cook. So I would expect for my mate to do that. But that's a good one, City Boy. No, not a problem with that. Um,
Mhm.
okay, yeah, Bayline, we already read that one. So okay, you want to read this one, Chelsea?
Yeah. City Boy Smack also said, "What if you both make money, but the woman makes more money?"
please don't start him, city boy smack. Please. Please. On the main line. Please. You must be new to the show. You must be new to Street Tactics Radio. So make sure you go on to YouTube, like, click, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see the live shows. You must be a newcomer because you wouldn't ask that question if you knew Crete.
Right.
Now, what if both make money, but the woman makes more?
Help
First
us,
of
y'all.
all, here's the
Let's
thing
hear
about
it.
that. As men, that's a decision that y'all would have to make or that you have to make if you want to deal with a woman like that. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, she's going to be on the modern woman side. I don't need that. I don't need a woman that makes more than me. Matter of fact, my woman is not even going to work. You see what I'm
Thank
saying?
you, City
So,
Boy Smack.
so
But if
if
that's her choice,
that's her,
what if
but
she
see,
wants?
if she wants to work, that's her
Chelsea.
choice. But that right there won't. That will be dealt with before marriage. Like
Chelsea.
in my in my
I
household.
just, I'm just,
Don't you work, Chelsea?
I'm just asking. I'm just
I'm
clarifying here
asking you a
now.
question. Aren't you work? Do you work?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Is she a modern woman or a traditional woman, Creed?
who Chelsea?
I know his answer to that.
Is she a modern or traditional
Do you
wife?
want to answer that, Chelsea, or do you want me to
Yeah,
answer?
I'm already know that answer. You're gonna classify me as modern, absolutely.
Amen.
Bruh.
You
Yeah,
know,
Something.
yeah.
I'm not.
So
Come on now.
yeah, so City Boy,
But
you
is
want to
there
read that?
any gray area? It was my question.
Well, here's the thing that what I know of you, Chelsea, I would consider you a modern woman in that aspect, but there's a lot of things that you have that I know of, just for right now, what I know of you. You have some traditional to you as well.
Some traditional
So
values. Oh,
yes,
look at those eye rolls.
No,
yeah.
because when I say I work, my cousin gave me the third, fourth, and fifth degree burns about me working. I'm too ambitious,
Are
but I
you
still cook
not?
clean.
Are you or
Oh,
are you
I
not?
am. Ding, and so are
Okay.
you. That's
Bruh.
just family. But I still do
Right.
cooking. I even gave a story. I was away on vacation, was cooking for everybody at everybody's house I stayed at. So that's still me being, the nurturer type person. So I
But
still cook, clean, and everything else, even at other people's house. Got OCD anyway, but that's what I do.
but you know what, cuz when I speak of you like that, I always give you those great values. Those are great values though. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not totally putting you on the modern woman bus. Okay?
That's why I
Uh
asked if there's gray
I was in the
areas.
bus and the Corvette a couple of months ago.
oh,
He
okay.
had me in the modern woman bus, the Corvette, the Jeep, everything else.
A whole nine.
Uh
Everything with the red carpet.
you want to read City Boy Chelsea? Right there. That's
Yeah.
up.
City boy, a man should be the man. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yep. I agree with that.
So is he
Um
not the man if she makes more money?
no, to be
That's just a
honest with
question.
you, that has nothing to do with his manhood or whatever.
Right,
It,
of course.
yeah.
But the thing about that is that if a man is accepting of that, and it depends on how the woman wears her role. If she's acting like I'm the one to make the money up in here, it's a problem. You see what I'm saying? It's either
I don't think either partner should be acting like I got the money.
no, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be, but it will get made mention of sometimes. That's
Oh,
just
it
like,
gets
but you
sleeping.
you just don't do it in
Yeah, no, for
an
sure.
abusive way.
No, correct. Because
So,
my opinion on that is like there's going to be ebb and flow. Like with my personal experience,
mhm,
there's been ebb and there has been flow with both of the incomes. So I might be sitting a little bit on top, but it's not any different because of the way we communicate with each other. And it's not
mhm,
like, oh, I have money and all that.
right.
So
It's both of our money. We're married.
Shout out to
so
Yada L7. Thank you for coming through saying peace.
so City Voice Mac is new, so we figured that out.
Mhm.
Bayliner LMAO at me, okay. Bayliner, her working takes her away from taking care of a man. I don't agree with that, but okay.
No, I totally
Keith,
agree with that.
we know
Amen.
you do, Keith. I'm reading these messages. We know you do. Women will date. Women will date a man that makes less money than you. Is that a question? Would we, even if he takes care of business? Is that a question?
Women
Bayliner,
will
city
date.
boy, depends on what woman you want. You want tradition, then you got to be a man. Do y'all know how much it costs to live out here nowadays?
That's
Most
Mm,
what's going to
women.
be one of my points, sweet mama, straight
Let me
up.
tell you something. um, it costs a lot. You look at the interest rates to purchase a home now is up to what 6-7%. Car
mhm.
loans at 28, 29%, depending on your credit. Food. I went somewhere, something was 84 cents in Walmart, like some salad dressers now $2. I said, wait a minute. 2 weeks ago it was cheaper. And just in a matter of 2 weeks, it's jumped with the price of inflation, the pricing, and things of that nature. It costs a lot to live, survive, eat, the electric bills, the gas is finally going down, but it's still the maintenance. Labor maintenance on giving my car oil change and a filter was $300. All I want was for oil change. I don't have a luxury vehicle. I have a regular American made car. And I'm like, really? So now I got to work overtime to come to get my car fixed.
Right.
So there are levels to the finances. It was all gravy when Concrete Dad was around and the money, a whole house was $7,000 for the life of 30 years.
Amen.
It's
Right.
$7,000 almost for a decent mortgage in a decent neighborhood, inclusive of your car notes, your gas, electric, whatever you're paying. It's expensive, and most women are the ones who go back to school to get more skilled and educated because that's the market we have to live in nowadays. And Lord knows don't have children in school and shoes, and they eat everything under the sun. Can't qualify for benefits.
Right. Hey, big sis, what's up, Leslie?
Leslie.
You know what's funny, cuz you just said something, and that's real because the mortgages on some of these houses like $7,000. Back in the
Insane.
day, you could buy a whole house for
For
$7,000.
$7,000 for 30 years.
So that means 1 year you can buy you can buy one a house per month. You know what I'm saying?
Just about.
So it's crazy. But you want to read Bayliner?
Yeah. A whole lot for a singlet person. I already know. And that's exactly it. To try and do it on your own. I mean, me and my husband have talked about this recently. I mean, if I had a kid right now and quit my job and stopped working, we would be living paycheck to paycheck. And it would be a struggle. Like I would have to instantly go back to work afterwards. And obviously we would make ends meet and all of that, but it would be crazy. And now obviously one person could technically, but then that person's going to be living paycheck to paycheck. So it's just, that's not the life we want to live. And we both choose to work and make money.
And
it is like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but it is like that. Even if you don't have children, as a single person, if you want to live somewhere decent and be able to eat and put gas in your vehicle and do some things for yourself, I work multiple jobs. You don't have a choice because every time you turn around, it's a bill due. You have a medical expense, especially as you get older. You got to put away for retirement, for healthcare and things of that nature. So it costs to live. Buying benefits costs. Supplies costs.
You can't find anywhere to live under $1,000. Like, please correct me if I'm wrong, but as a single person, you cannot find anywhere to live under $1,000 a rent a month,
unless you want to be shot and killed. Probably.
Exactly, and that's crazy.
Or living with other people, and that's why a lot of people say it's cheaper to stay in a relationship and cheat versus get out here on their own and pay their own way. They rather stay with their significant other or people they don't even like, because they do not want to get out here and have to pay that security deposit, that mortgage, those utilities, everything that comes along with being single and free. They will shack up with somebody with the quickness.
Amen.
Right.
Whole relation. Yes, I am. Leslie, yes, I am. Oh, no, more than that. I do therapy in multiple places. And so therapists like Miss Chelsea, we work contracts, so it's multiple places. So I am.
All the time.
All the time, but that's why I'm sitting here looking tired.
Okay. You want to read wow, they're coming through. Why is that doing that?
It's blinking like it's blinking.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Yada L7.
Yada L7. Single, no children, you would think is easy. And it's not.
No,
it's not.
It's hard out here. It's hard. But see,
I lived in a basement apartment, okay, for 3.5 years, paying almost $500-$600 for a room for years. And I wouldn't leave. I couldn't leave because anywhere that I go, I'd be cutting so much into my other expenses. It was insane. So I just stayed, and the people upstairs were alcoholics, which made it pretty difficult to live there, but I couldn't find anywhere else.
Bruh.
Okay. Now remember when Baylana says you can't find anything decent under 1,500, and that's the truth.
I know. I was being fair. I know.
You better preach it.
And Baylana also said, you want to read that, cousin? I'm
a single income household, and my rent is $27 2170. Amen.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, this it's crazy out here in these streets. But see, me, back to what we were talking about when it came to we were talking about being the head of household and the man actually if the woman works and then the man works. Me, I like simple women. I like simple women, that don't want all this, that, and the third and everything. So that will be one of my aims, and you can save a lot. You don't have to go like I like to do simple things in life now. You know what I mean? I done been through that. We did this and that and the third on trips and stuff like that. Plus, us as black folks, we be thinking we gotta go on trips and spend all this money and all this. No, I done been there, done that over, and now I went to simplicity now.
So what if you have a woman that has? What if you find a woman that has not been well traveled like you, and now she knows this is your second go round in a marriage or so, or a partnership since you're not getting married in America? Do you think she feel like she's missing out on some things that now she want to do because maybe she can afford to, or she has a certain life, and now you don't want to do that because you've been there, done that?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Me personally, good question, cousin. But I mean, I'll redo it over.
Okay, well, see, you know what? We working on him.
Yeah, I ain't
Thank
working.
you, Street Tactics YouTube channel, all the viewers with the 5,000, the 4,000. Please continue to work on conversation with Crete because Crete is opening up his mind. So please make sure you like, click, subscribe, notification button on YouTube. Hit that like button, Street Tactics Radio. And if you want to call in, our number is 470-493-9928. If you want to get in with the conversation, or if you just want to bless Concrete in the conversation, and also look at that scrolling, rolling, what the cash at that man. He needs to get some of them dollars.
Yeah. You know what?
Concrete.
Hey, you know what? Cuzzy, I gotta get your cash app back up there. So yeah, you rich. You rich.
Mm-hmm.
But so look, right? So now I'm gonna get back to this other thing right here, right? Now, we just went on, for there are so many varieties of women. And, the other thing is that, well, today, we're going to focus on the types of women. And that will be the modern woman and the traditional woman. And which one do us men prefer? So y'all men in here, make sure y'all let us know what y'all prefer between the modern woman and the traditional woman. And this also depends on what kind of man, actually, because you have certain men that want to be taken care of. They don't want to work like that. That would be
going to be house husbands now.
Exactly, and I have that in here. Definitely, they want to be a house husband or a pookie. I mean, it's a pookie out there. Them pookies out there.
I need you to call up cousin Pookie and say, right, Pookie, it's time to vote.
Cuzzy, I'm telling you, them pookies is out there.
Can you tell me what a pookie is?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
A pookie is one that want to live off of you. A pookie is one that want to still be out in the streets, getting in trouble, having you get them out of jail all the time. It's stereotypical, but I'm going to talk about it.
Oh, I wouldn't have called him a pookie because I was thinking pookie like a crackhead from New Jack City. I'm like,
yeah.
You talking about crack smoker?
No.
Oh, no, so you mean like a moocher.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of what I think of.
Right.
Yeah, moochers.
Brother-in-law Tony says a mixture. And then
you got a mixture.
Yada L says a hybrid. City
boy.
See? you want hold on one second. Want to read City Boys, cousin?
I met and was friends with my wife for 1 year before we got serious. We've been together 14 years. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
LOL, City Boy, not jumping straight into a relationship. I really got to know her, and you better do it. They liner, get him girls. He didn't answer the question again.
What question? No. What question?
Which one, Bayliner? Put it in the chat so we can see which one we need to go back.
Yeah.
I know exactly which one it was. It was about traveling, and yeah.
He
Oh.
answered. He said he would do it again.
Yeah, I would go traveling again because I love to travel. You know what I'm saying? I would do it
There you
again.
go.
So,
Well, yeah, and then I'm a traveler on a budget because I got to live beyond that trip. So traveling on a
Absolutely.
budget is fine, and budget out.
what happened, Cuzzy?
I don't know. It looks like she must have unplugged something because it was a click off.
Or maybe her
Something
power
died.
went out or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll come back on. But
Yeah, let's take back on.
we'll click Cuzzy back on as soon as she comes back up there. So basically, okay, there we go. There she is. Cuzzy, I don't know what happened. Now Chelsea's gone. Now Chelsea
They got
dropped.
something about my budget, trying to be good about a budget, and it just swiped us all out.
Right.
It's like, okay, we're back.
Just wiped it out.
Brother-in-law said, I wish I met my little Snickers earlier.
I wish you did too, Tony.
Laugh out loud. Crete hit the switch.
He
You
did,
think I hit the
'cause,
switch?
he
No, I
had
didn't,
to.
Cuzzy. No, I didn't, Cuzzy.
Bruh.
All right. So we're gonna get into that the different types so right now we're gonna go into what is a traditional woman. Okay. Baylinus, you want to read that Chelsea?
Yes. You ask what if he got a woman that wants well traveled. And
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He said, yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely do that.
And
Whether I drive, fly, or whatever. I'm down with cruise, whatever. And City Boy, he was I'm thinking he's going back and
Scrub.
explaining. Yeah, Scrub. We were talking about the Pookie. So
I be balling on a budget. Also, I surely do. I had a nice vacation, 11 days away.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to spend so much money out there in these streets trying to, to travel and everything. Learn the simple things, and those things be the most fun.
Yep.
So so this is how we're gonna do it right here. Let's start
Chelsea,
off.
want to say something?
Yeah, you asked about traditional woman, and I just wanted to I was in West Virginia with my grandmother, and she is the epitome
of a traditional woman.
Absolute cut out epitome, to the point where she called me in advance and asked me not what my favorite pie is, what my husband's favorite pie is. She even went as far out of her way to make sure that my father got a bundt cake that was delivered to him by me and made sure of it. And she made him breakfast. I mean, this woman will make sure every step of the way that the men, not just, and she has been divorced and separated for 30 plus, since my mom was 18 years old, never had another man, never got with, because she married one time and that was it. And she never got with another man. Never. And that was it.
Amen.
And that was just it. But she is literally still to this day, when she comes over, she's almost 80 years old, and she will stand up and make sure all of the men are served and taken care of. And
that's what
when
you're
you told
supposed
me
to
the
do.
topic,
And
I agree.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. See, women like that need to be shown more.
But though, Crete, not to cut you off, I'm more traditional than my mother in that sense, your aunt. Like when I come home to visit, I'm always bring food. My father will eat for like 3 to 4 days. Freeze. I said, all right, Dad, when I'm coming up, what do you want? And then I'm cooking 2 days before I come, home to visit. And he appreciated that. He was like, yeah, because I'm hungry. Your mother don't feed me. But, she's not a cooker. But that's just what I do. I drop food off at least to 2 different locations between friends and in my parents' house. Every time, like this week, I got to go to the grocery store. He requested vegetable lasagna. So guess what?
Yeah, right.
Before I visit, even if I freeze it and then go later, at least I can pull it out. but that's being a traditional person where you may not spend money on individuals. They want that love because they know when I cook with love. I'm not rushing. I'm
Exactly.
doing my thing. And that's more valuable memories like that than you taking me to an expensive restaurant. I can buy myself a restaurant anytime I feel
Right.
like it, but just knowing that I took that extra time between jobs and school and everything I'm doing just to
Mhm.
do
Yep.
special things for people. People love that.
Yeah.
All right.
They do.
And Chelsea, you want to read
Yep.
brother-in-law?
Yeah. My wife is the perfect example of traditional slash modern woman.
Yes.
Amazing. Oh,
Amen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, she learned from a traditional woman. She
But
did.
she worked. She's a modern woman too. She worked.
Well, y'all just got
look at
finished
this
talking about
face.
how expensive things were.
Yeah.
See,
But
and that's why
we're
this
about something.
breakdown, that's exactly why this breakdown of traditional woman and modern woman needs to be heard. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, before we get on that list, Cuzzy, read Yada L.
Took me to my 40s to find one. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it ain't
There
nothing
ain't
wrong with
nothing
that
wrong with that.
because greatness takes time. All right.
Ain't
So,
nothing good comes too fast.
right. So we're gonna you know, talk about the traits of a traditional woman here, right? So we're going to go with number one, a woman who takes care of her husband and children for the sake of their long-term success and well-being.
Hmm.
Would y'all agree
Hmm.
with that or
I would
disagree?
agree.
Okay.
I would agree.
That's a traditional woman. Now,
Would
if
agree.
we go to a modern woman that's just straight trying to be modern, she don't give a darn. All she trying to do is get out there and work and make what she make and do what she need to do, and that's it. That's
I don't
not
agree
fair.
with that. I don't agree with that because the
Okay.
more educated women who are business women
Hmm.
and say they have children, they're setting their children up now with LLCs and adding them to their business. So, and putting trust funds and other things. So, I'm not going to agree all the way with that. Women are becoming more financially because they know things happen. People die of cancer, they get killed. So, they're setting their children up for that value. So, when they get grown, they can financially. Because I am a person who advocate for the school system should teach more real world things, how to balance your checkbook, finance, literacy, housing, what it takes to really live in the
Right.
world,
That's
not just
awesome.
all this fictitious stuff. And I'm an educator. So I
Yep.
believe in that and setting them up for success in life because then you'll
That's
have a 25-year-old coming back in your home. They're not making great
yep.
decisions. You'll have a 40-year-old funky son with his corn chip feet still in your house because you have not valued them and taught them to put it in place and look towards the future. All of us
It's
can
true.
go any day, whether you're 25 or 50, you can die any day. But it's about putting, because like
Amen.
I said, do not ask me for any GoFundMe or any fish fries because I'm not doing it. You go every place else,
Amen.
some of these wigs, weaves, haircuts, because now men getting the fake bald head weaves or whatever they do in the barbershop, thousands of dollars. But then you asking me for money. I will not. Because we have some family that have the family chat that be putting stuff like that in there, help them get out of jail for it. No, I will not. No, ma'am.
Let me borrow a nickel, cousin. So
No,
at
ma'am.
a point, I agree with you, but you know what? Those are traits of a modern woman, though.
But that's
When you
good
start,
because she's progressive. Who wants a traditional woman who doesn't have money for their children future? If we know it's expensive to live, you don't want your children to have that mindset. Like say, okay, concrete, or they have a boy child. You have to be a man, which means getting out here off your Ross and getting out here and work. Whether it's cutting the lawns in the summer, shoveling the snow in the winter, raking the leaves in the fall, showing them how to save money to have their own money so they don't have to get a woman they have to mooch off of as what
a
City Boy
pookie.
said, scrub.
Yeah, you don't want him to be a pookie. Cause I mean, big sister about brother-in-law, he was trying to score some points.
He gonna get it.
Yeah.
He gonna get
but uh,
it.
here's the thing, I agree with that the investment part of it. I mean, that don't take much. You see what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the one that goes out. That's what I'm talking about. Investing, you can sit in the house and do that. You can do that straight from your laptop. I'm
Goes
talking
out
about
to
the
do
one,
what?
huh?
You said goes out, a woman that goes out?
Yeah, the one, and we're gonna break that down in the list, and you're
Okay.
gonna see what I'm talking about. So,
All
okay, so Chelsea, you want to read that one? Oh, shout outs to mom.
Shout out to mom.
Yep. And cuz you want that
'Cause
one?
I think all good men need a woman like her mom. We really need women to take care of our butts. LOL. Without a good woman, we would be running wild as children, as men. We need strong women, and they still run at 50 years old, running around trying to find these 25-year-olds, and their body parts not even working. What conversation? If you're a 50-year-old man, you're gonna have it with a 23-year-old woman, 23-year-old woman. Just when she can get it, hopefully up. That's it. Cause it's not gonna be anything. He listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and she listening to some trap. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna be a long-term relationship of equity. I'm gonna say of equity. Remember, they say you're supposed to be equally yoked with your mate. And I heard Chelsea talk about that several shows ago, a while ago, in reference to her and her husband, Dr. D, being equally yoked.
Oh, that's important in a marriage.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
remember
Definitely.
Chelsea.
So, okay, so okay, let's get on this next one. But like I said, that first one, like I said, a woman that takes care of her husband and children for the sake of their long-term success and well-being. That's a traditional woman. And what you said, sweet mama, this woman that I'm talking about traditionally can still do that. We're in a modern day now, and that can be done through a laptop. The husband can go out and work and do what he needs to do. The investment is his home, his wife, his kids, and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, she can sit down and talk to him about that. That's a good idea. I wouldn't see a problem with that.
Oh yes, Yada. Women are not traditional nowadays. They're not following well tradition, and it has to be taught. You're right, because if the man want to be ahead and she cooking and cleaning, doing duties and roles, she may not have the capabilities or the knowledge to get behind a laptop and do stock trading and funding, especially if he's controlling the bag.
Well, guess what? YouTube, you can find out all that stuff.
So she's not working or making money. Where's she going to invest this money from? Because remember, you got the bag.
Yeah, remember, that's who she talked to because that's her head.
And what if she got a good idea about investment and concrete was like, no.
Then there's no.
So how is she going to be a traditional woman to help prepare her family for the future?
That really ain't her business. The father is the head to show the headship. Now, if she comes with that idea, and if he seems great and he goes with it, then it is what it is.
But okay, let's go back to your definition.
Don't like it. There you go.
You just said the traditional woman has to set the family up for the future. Please explain.
Wait. No. Hold on.
Bruh.
You just said that, not me.
No, go back to what your number one is. Read that.
Go read your statement again, Crete.
Okay.
About a traditional
woman.
What
is a traditional woman? This is number one that I'm saying. A woman has to take care of her husband and children for the sake of their long-term success and well-being.
So take care of.
And what do you mean by that? Expound upon that.
Where were y'all trying to get to 2 seconds ago when it didn't work?
Yeah.
No, but I want to see what you meant. We're not trying to get through anything.
Yes, y'all was. Anyway, so y'all okay, y'all want me to define more of what this is saying? Okay.
Break it down.
A woman who takes care of her husband and children for the sake of their long-term success and well-being. That's a nurturing mother. That's a responsible traditional woman. That's one of her traits right there. That's what that is.
But the only option for her to work is at home on a laptop.
No. What I said about the laptop, what I said about the laptop was that because he was talking about investing
correct
for the kids, right?
Correct.
So from that point, that can be done from a laptop.
That is correct.
Cash App, you can come on. It's a lot through the banking apps.
But she
Come on.
don't have any money, so who she cash apping?
She's getting who's the investor? Who's the worker of the family? Who's the
Oh, so
breadwinner?
she got to get an allowance from you so she can invest out and go on to Cash App.
Boy, let me finish the rest of this, and you're gonna see why it's right there, cuzzy. Because I know you don't get it because you are so you're so modern, and then you have been investing in yourself for so long. I get it.
Y'all, I told you he was gonna come for me. Go ahead.
I get it. So number two of a traditional woman, a woman who loves taking care of her home and keeping it in order so her family has a nice, clean place to enjoy each other in.
Did you put parentheses Chelsea next to that one? Because I knew as soon as this topic come up, I said, you do realize there's going to be a nice little segment about me not cleaning the darn house and how that makes me so modern and not traditional. Because I don't and it's not that I don't do it all the time. I mean, I just don't do it all the time. It's not my primary duty.
Okay.
So
as long as you accept duty. As long as you accept duty.
It's so funny. Listen, I want to tell you this. I've been adding it slightly sarcastically, but I've been adding it in my vocabulary so that when I have these podcasts, I get less and less triggered when you say a woman's duty. But it's not my duty to keep, and that's not my sole priority, just mine to keep the inside of this house.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I mean,
look at that face.
I can agree with you. I can agree with you because there's time. I mean, I'm sure Dr. D, he wants to give you a break. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, he's going to want to give you a break. If it's something that needs to be cleaned up, whatever, he'll do it. But for him to be like every day and you talking about you do it, no, that's your job because he has a job too and he has to stick to it.
So we both work, right? And we both come home and we both, as he tells me, did I get up and go to work today? Yes, I did. Did I bring my income into this house to be able to provide and keep the food and the roof and all of that over? Yes, I did. So can I choose to sit on my butt for a little bit and not do something? Yes, I can. Yeah. And I know this tears you up, but majority of the housework gets done by Dr. D. But there are needs that he has very, very well met and doesn't ever have to worry about having a concern of, nor will he.
Well,
because
Chelsea,
I give him the time.
That rundown a little bit. No, I don't hate it. I'm gonna tell you what it sounds like. It reminds me of the days of Archie Bunker or somebody. They come in hard working and just sit down and scratch their balls.
Well, you know what? Sometimes I just need to sit down and have a little scratch.
Okay, if that's what you do. Okay. So, cuz you want to read City Boy Smack there? What if
it's a hobby of hers and it could make some money?
Oh.
And Yada said depends. Let me go back to that. And Big Sis said, Bird, you need to sit down in the corner somewhere. Yeah, right. Because I have a modern sister. Okay, hold on.
Right.
Down. Okay, let's go back to City Boy Smack. What if it's a hobby of hers and it could make some money? Okay, what if what though? Like you talking about like
the money making, but the investment. We're talking about the investment.
That's fine. Like she could do anything, and like I ain't saying trap in the house. That's a mental thing. I'm not trying to make my mate feel like they're trapped in the house. No. And any man like me is not going to want that. You see what I'm saying? You want your mate to be happy. But she has to know a role. Like why most of these women are fighting their roles of what's going on. Why?
But I think roles should be defined between the two partners in the beginning of that relationship.
I
Just my
think it's an
opinion.
unspoken thing. With my friend, it was he's gonna take the trash out. I'm gonna cook and he'll cook too. Because I'm a woman, I believe in like clean bathrooms and things like that. That's like one major thing. Like when I moved into my house, that's the first thing I get to because I don't know when I'm gonna have to go.
Mm-hmm.
So certain things you automatically know is going to get done. Like I know to put my friend's slippers at the front door, so when he take his boots off, all he gotta do is slide his feet in. It's certain things you learn and you know about your significant, and that did not come from the household that I was raising. That's just me being me. Everything is not on the basis of your parental guidance or whoever raised you. That's who you know your partner. If you know your partner got bad feet or their feet gonna hurt because of the type of the job, I'm gonna make sure that's available. I'm gonna be like, hey, you want some water? You want something to drink? Hey, whatever. Or I know they like a chilled Pepsi or whatever. You put it to chill. You'll learn your person as you go along. But when you have 50, 11 people you're dealing with, you cannot focus on 50, 11 people. You're only gonna be good at one person and one thing at a time because anything else you're gonna be sloppy and messy.
Well, congratulations, cousin. You're about 42% traditional woman.
Amen.
All right.
I'm gonna try to go for the 100. You know, I'm an overachiever.
All right. Simply Tenor said, sorry, y'all. It's the weekend. It's popping here. Okay. No, your presence is always appreciated.
Welcome.
Um, and okay. Uh-oh. You want to read that, Chelsea?
I'll take this one, Leslie. Well, Bird, you need to get pregnant and have some babies so there can be more men in the world just like you.
Hey, bro, come on
Exclamation.
now, dog. Come on, man.
Okay.
I like
Look, I get it, y'all. I get it. Y'all talking about pregnancy and all that stuff that what y'all go through, right? But here's the thing about this. Don't get mad at me because you guys were born a woman. That's what I mean. If y'all gonna have a baby, that's a part of y'all role. Um, read yada, cuzzy. No, I mean,
I had to get my life together.
yeah.
I'll invest if it's if the idea is a passion of hers.
And I agree. I agree with that. But see, you know what? No. First of all, what we got going on in our household, it can't be broken for nobody's job or investment and all that. It just can't. That's where us as couples mess up these days. We going on these new ventures and all this old stuff. I mean, if she's look, Yada said we not doing hair or nails though. um, yeah. So my like I said, I'm if I'm going to be married, I'm going to stick to what a marriage is and supposed to be. Period. I ain't going outside that about no money or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I'd rather go and live off the grid and all that stuff before I damage my marriage worrying about money and all this old crazy stuff. Okay.
That's a message for you. Read it out loud.
Who
That's
from
for
Big
you.
Sis? Bird, your
Yeah,
mama
that's
is
for you.
rolling over in her grave. Keep it up. Nah, mom.
Yo,
Me and
you're
mama
laughing now.
Me and mama used to be in the kitchen having so many deep talks. She probably is rolling over on me. I
That was
probably
73. That was back in 73.
so
So let me ask you a question. It's a personal question.
go ahead.
So with it's a known fact you have children, male. You have a female, but a male.
Mm-hmm.
What type of woman did you or raise them to kind of move to as because it's a different time. You were born this time, you were born that time.
Mm-hmm.
What type of woman did you raise them to look for when they're trying to find a significant other?
Bruh.
Me,
Or did
I'm gonna tell you like this. First of all, it's something that I personally learned in my life. It's not even about what she do, how she do. The motto of the marriage, and I have boys and I have girl. So, but to my boys, I tell them to make sure they check out the parents. And I always say this, I learned my lesson. I learned check out the parents first of all. Um, it's up to them if they want a female that works. Honestly, it's nothing wrong with that. That's my preference. I grew up in a household where it was old fashioned. And yada, right there, morals. First of all, the young lady, especially for my daughter, and the young man has to have morals. Then yada again, values. Another one, intelligence. I agree with all that. Yada, keep it coming. But see, um, for my young men, I do not want them with no ratchets. It's they can make a mistake and it can happen, but if it happens, be ready to get rid of the ratchet. And I'm talking about get rid of her. Don't even give her a chance. When you give her a chance, she's gonna come back worse. Don't play no games. Get rid of her. Then one that is willing to take care of them, like in a wifely role. That's important. If she talking about how much all the working and all that stuff, don't deal with her. Because guess what? That's a whole nother set of baggage that will come with that. I know y'all don't see it. What I always say, y'all catch it next year, but I've been there, done that. I don't need no woman that's going to be out there working and doing this, that, and the third and all that stuff. It just ain't happening. That's what I tell my sons. And even with my daughter, I don't want her messing with no pookies because the pookies is out there. I mean,
but for sons, not to cut you off, but for sons, in my opinion, it's harder for them to find what you're calling these traditional women because their moms is trying to be their best friends and they out twerking and going to DR together. So it's harder. And that's one thing. I have a son. He'll be 30 this year. I had to tell him I wasn't like that. When I had him, I was 19. I gave up my club days and things like that. But there's a discernment when I meet them. I can kind of tell because I'm a behavior person. I can tell and I observe. It's not that I'm being quiet. I'm just observing their demeanor, their posture. And I'll ask little trigger questions to see what they're going to say. And I'm like, oh, she done. But that's the kind. Some men like women like that so they can control them.
Correct.
So you were talking about when, like, if you're checking out your son's friend.
Oh, I had to check them out. Guess what?
No. You're right.
My girlfriends, we've done that. And we knew it was going to be a disaster because of how she was raised. Her mom had 4 or 5 kids, different men, didn't have dad to raise her. She flopping around. She is who said about doing the hair thing, doing the hair, and then your aunt. Your aunt is funny. She said, "Oh, do you work in a salon?" She said, "Well, I do, hair. I go to people." She said, "Oh, you do kitchen hair?" And I'm like, "What the hell is kitchen hair?" She's like, "You doing hair
in the kitchen?"
Kitchen hair.
Right.
She was like, "No, ma'am," and she was like, told my son, "Your mother spent all that money for you to go to school for IT. You gonna get a kitchen hair, girl? Get out of here. She ain't gonna last." So you know how your aunt. So that's how that works. And they not together. Right. He's gotten women who has better jobs, but still have, to me, lower self-esteem because he want to be in control. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
he's not gonna find a woman equal of his fineness like his mother. He's gonna find one who's not as attractive. So he has to kind of control the dynamics of the relationship.
Right.
So I watch.
No, and that's an important part for us parents to our kids to definitely scope out what they're dealing with. Chelsea, you want to read Yada L?
Yeah. Parents have to be evaluated first. The girlfriend will reflect the mom and the boyfriend will reflect the father. So yes, I agree.
Amen.
All day long. Trust and believe. It's the truth.
Yeah, my son is not like my ex-husband at all. Thank you be the Lord and Jesus Christ.
Okay.
But it just depends on people. And people can be their own personality. Whether you raise them with moral values, they may go the opposite. So it's just how they're feeling. Like we talk about social media, their friends, their own self-esteem, and their own mental health. So at the beginning of Street Tactics, for a conversation with Crete, we go in to talk about mental health. Please drop your 1 through 5 for your mental health check. 5 being your most fabulousness. 1, you need self-care and work. So please continue to drop that. Also, make sure you go on to YouTube, Street Tactics Radio, like, click, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell So when Street Tactic go on live, no matter what the show is, from the Brutally Honest rap show to the relationship shows and beyond, you'll get the notifications when the show come on live. And you can also call in at 470-493-9928. Also, because we are working on Concrete, his spirit of the traditional woman versus the modern. Please check out the Cash App information for $Real DJ Concrete for the show. And then we want to
Thank you, there,
say,
cousin.
yes, indeed. I'm going to read Miss Doobie. Hey, Miss Doobie. Hey, girl. Traditional women don't
Yes.
work outside the house. Their work was in the house, supporting their partner in business and I guess of their family. Hey, DJ XL.
Shouts
Now,
out to Miss Doobie.
what's 1.487? I mean, you dropping us some lottery
Mental
numbers or
health?
what we doing?
Might be his mental
And
health.
oh, I hope that's not it. I hope that's not it,
I hope
XL.
not either.
That's not good. We gotta get you higher, Daddy, higher. Miss Doobie, a large majority of people in the current times require two incomes to survive and or to keep up. Don't say the Joneses because that's part of my family members, the Joneses.
No.
Well, here's the thing. Once again, with what Miss Doobie just said, right?
Mhm.
Again, when it comes to us men, choose wisely. Make sure you get a simple woman. Don't get no gotta go to Phipps Plaza, one of them women.
Lennox Mall.
Nah, Phipps Plaza.
Yeah, Phipps. I know.
Yeah, Phipps Plaza way higher than
You want the
Lennox
ones
Mall.
to get the Lennox where you need a gun.
Right. So just stay away from that. Get yourself a simple woman. You know what I mean? Got a L, the ego.
Ego.
Yes. I mean, you get one of them women or men with the ego, and watch how you're gonna run. That stuff is for real. I mean, we all have an ego, but I try to keep mine in a positive light. You know what I'm saying? So let's go into that other one. That other one. We was just on number 2.
How many you have?
I got a few, cousin.
And we're only on traditional. We haven't made it even to modern.
We ain't even made it to the modern yet, Chelsea. Check this
Man.
out. Okay, and then also DJ XL said they start simple. That's true. And you got to watch out for the changes. Definitely watch out for the changes.
Gotta grow with them.
Number 3 of a traditional woman, a woman that is comfortable and accepting of her female abilities, strengths, and limitations fully, and she trusts in her role as a woman, and she is a woman with dignity. Let me tell you something. That's everything right there. That's everything, because you get a woman with dignity and everything. You ain't gotta worry about her out there twerking in these streets, all on social media and all that old goofy stuff. Nah. You want to read Miss Doobie, cousin?
I read that one about
Okay.
Yep, and then XL said bright red flag. Laugh my ass off and yada 100. You keep the 100 form Concrete.
Right. So yeah, unfortunately, a lot of women think that that's cool to be out there with the twerk game and all the crazy stuff. It's just a mess out here now. Have you guys ever felt that way? Y'all can tell us in the comments or right here on the live screen. Have you ever felt that way, cousin?
About what?
Like just doing what these females do on social media.
Well, a lot of time for social media now, they know that with YouTube and some of the other platforms, you can get money. When you have so many followers, so they doing the TikToks, they doing whatever. They showing their feet on OnlyFans or whatever you're doing to get the dollar. A lot of people are finding it as a simple method of just making money most of the time. Or a lot of people are starved for attention. A lot of people know that.
That's what I was going to say.
Right.
Once they become Instagram, I want to say fake celebrities, they start to join with other people, just start off and they doing like skits and these little dances. You got old grandmas, you got you got handicapped people now when they're doing all types of stuff. It's a lot going on. So sometimes I just I'm not even looking on a social media platform. Sometimes it's way too much. But you just have to find. I could be on social media, but I don't have to be doing some things that some individuals are doing. So it just depends. Are you making it a hobby, or you trying to be a comedian? You trying to come up as a artist or whatever? Then that's what they do. But it depends on the person, because sometimes what you see on social media, that person just may be doing it to make money or gain likes or whatever. I may be perceived differently when I'm in person versus what you see me on YouTube.
Okay. You want to read that, cousin?
A queen looking for attention from the kingdom. I seen Sweet Mama TikTok twerk video. No, you have not. The only video, and I will disclaimer, I am on social media, but I was doing carnival. Thank you.
What's carnival, cousin?
Carnival, like when I played mass band with the Virgin Island troupe. So you dress up for carnival. It used to be DC Carnival back in the day before they shut it down. Baltimore has a carnival. I do not do anything in Baltimore because I'm from Baltimore, no ma'am. But I've, in a parade, like a parade, like a carnival parade.
Okay. Okay. All right. So my thing is, like I told you, I'll be a guy for looking for a traditional woman all day long. I wouldn't take nothing no less. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time. But you have guys that like that stuff. They like the women that twerk, like the women that wear all the fake hair. And all the fake
and some of y'all send videos to each other. We're not gonna say no names. That may be for entertainment purposes because it's beautiful on your eyes, but that's not probably someone you're gonna bring in your household, around your money, around your children or grandkids. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you may look for entertainment. I might like those little videos, but that's not gonna be somebody I'm gonna bring home, to live with me. So it could be just out fun. We're gonna like different things, and because we're human, but doesn't mean that's somebody I want to bring for me. I might like something, but that's not necessarily who I'm going to be with.
Right. Simply 10 talking about shake something. Okay. Okay. So Chelsea, let's say if Dr. D caught you twerking, how would he feel?
Let's start off with I literally physically can't do it. So it won't happen. I have tried. Embarrassingly, can't do it. So no. I mean, that's just not in our I mean, for real. Like, if he would, like, what the heck are you doing? I mean, like, yeah. So no, it's just, and especially if I put that on any kind of platform, I mean, no. That's just not appropriate. That's for my man. Like,
yeah. And I agree. I mean, let me tell you something. I'd say a female, because I'm not gonna call her a woman. A woman doesn't do that. But a female that goes on there and twerk, she don't deserve a man for a long time or never. DJ Excel said, yeah, that eye candy, not life partner. Very true. Okay. Let's go to the next one. We about to hit this next one up. And that was only 3. Let's go with number 4. A traditional woman understands that when she fulfills her obligations as a traditional woman, society thrives, and that angers the devil. See, the problem also along with that, well, not with that, there's no problem with that. When you have a woman that's being a woman, now you're showing other women how to be a woman, just like a man showing a young man how to be a man. That's important. That's why you don't see like your little Cosby shows and all that stuff anymore. They want the twerking. They want everything to be a mess. But see, that's why you get yourself away from that stuff. Cut it. Cut the social media. Cut all that bull crap. Don't let it process in your mind. You want to read Miss Doobie, Chelsea?
Yeah. Twerking for your mate is good, just not for the masses. No bueno.
Amen.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's all that kind of stuff is for your man, not for the public and all that stuff. You know what I mean? DJ Excel, you want to read that one, cousin?
Lame dudes ruined for a lot of real men, and gotta say,
Amen.
No, that's real because that's what I was talking about. The dudes that they like those like the skanky looking women and stuff like that. They like that. They like and they just act a fool. Most of them are pookies anyway. You know what I mean? But it be the pookies be ruining. And usually, like I told you before, the pookies be the one that get the best of the females and end up getting them pregnant. Now they jacked up because Pookie the baby father.
or
Um,
if they're older people, it's a lot of old pookies, 45 and over pookies, or
yes.
scrubs or whatever. It's a lot of them out here. Trust and believe.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, they all over the place. 50 years old, listen to trap music and all kinds of stuff.
And that's
What is that?
fine, but what you really
Nah, that
doing
ain't
with your
fine.
life? You don't have a license, you're not driving, you drink, smoke, play video games all the time. You're doing a bare minimum in a relationship, but then you want to say you king of the castle.
Right. Yada L said modern women want a traditional man. And that's so backwards. And it's so true. They I mean, that's just so dumb. Like men, if y'all a traditional man, don't waste y'all time. Don't mess y'all life up. Simply 10 asked me, did I say stanky or skanky? I can't even remember. It was one of them Ankies. We say both of
Thank
them.
you.
Right. Okay. You want to read this one, cuz?
Then when a real man talks nasty with their lady, women want to act mad like you look at them like they are a social media chick. Fire, says yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's crazy, but it is what it is. Okay. And we only doing 5 of the modern, what a traditional woman, and then we're gonna do 5 of the modern woman. So we're getting ready to go to the 5th one on the traditional woman. A traditional woman knows that when she is a good and loyal wife, that husband thrives and will slay and work more for her and their children. Can y'all agree with that?
Not all the time.
Well, that means he's not a good husband.
We down at the bottom of the barrel now, concrete. It's hard out here.
Well, you know what? Maybe that explains why I don't mess with a whole bunch of cats. Yada said yes, and you know what I mean. It's true. Like if you get a woman that do for you like that, that takes care of you, feeds you, and look and has your best interests at heart. Come on now. Come on
But
now.
as a man who's a traditional man, and you find a woman for you, your circle probably gets small. You got to be careful with the ego and the envy, because if your friends, your male friends, don't have the same that you have, sometimes they sabotage your relationship, so you can be right back with them looking
Hey,
for a new
bro,
man.
come on. Hey, bro, come on.
No,
Better say that,
that was
because women do the same thing.
yeah
You
no.
find your dude and they talk about it. Oh, my man, just that and the third, da da da, but me fly, whatever. Oh, girl, he probably cheating. That's a cover up to
Oh
put
yeah.
that taint in your mind.
They will definitely try to sabotage your happiness, sabotage
Absolutely.
what you have good. And I agree with that, cousin. I do.
Mhm.
And that's where you have to watch out, and that's why one thing that I did appreciate about my in my marriage when I was married is that she did not have a whole bunch of friends. And that was good because like you said, the friends will sabotage your situation. They will because a lot of them are jealous. Did we read Excel's?
Chelsea, can you read
Yeah.
that one?
Yeah, that one we did read. That's the talk nasty.
Oh, okay.
Scroll further down, Chelsea.
The bottom one is that happens more with women than men, is what DJ XL said.
What
The
happens
last
more?
comment.
What happens more? Can
I
y'all
don't know.
remember? Huh.
Okay.
That happened.
If you can explain Excel, do so. We would love to hear that. Now we're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna go to the next joint. And as we moving forward, interestingly, the definition of femininity has changed considerably over time. I definitely say that it was for the worst. Could you guys in the comments and on the panel relate to that? DJ XL said relationship sabotage. Yes. Before you any of y'all answer that, Cuzzy, read Miss Doobie.
Miss Doobie, that's why you don't gossip or share your private moments with your partner or folks you call friends.
That's real. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So y'all want to go? Did y'all need me to reread that again?
Yes,
What I asked y'all
read
the
it for the
question?
audience. Yes,
That would be
please.
great.
I'm gonna reread it again, y'all. Okay. As we move forward, interestingly, the definition of femininity has changed considerably over time. I definitely say that it was for the worse. Now, femininity, let's say back in the 70s, the 80s, is it still the same type of femininity now?
Chelsea.
There's definitely, I feel, changes.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a hard time saying everything was for worse, right? I am kind of the person that says because I'm modern, right? But I like to think with a splash of some traditional values.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's hard to say that yes, I agree that it has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree that there are some bad things that have come along with it, but there's also been, I think, some innovation and change as well that has been beneficial for women and like less of oppression of women. But at the same time, the way I personally like the way they dressed, I loved the way they dressed back in the day. And it was just very
Modest,
formal,
very modest.
modest, and stuff like that. Not saying that you can't look fantastic nowadays as well and still be classy and elegant, but it's like 13-year-olds wearing crop tops that I used to wear as a bra. Like, so definitely there's things that's changed, but I don't know if I can completely say 100% that the femininity change is completely bad.
You want to read DJ XL, Chelsea?
Yeah. Yep. Especially in this inclusion era.
Yes. Now, femininity definitely has changed. It got watered down. It's gotten weaker now. It was very strong back in the day. And that's what we need back. But you have to remember the reason why it has gotten weaker now. We have Satan the devil that rules this world. And he doesn't have a lot of time. So he's just terrorizing right now. And he's making women think that they don't need a man and they can be, the man and the woman. And don't get me wrong. All of that is not all women's fault. Men has a lot of fault in it as well. They do. So, cuz you want to read Miss Doobie? Miss Doobie be on fire.
Yes, the media and society's definition of femininity has shifted or perhaps covered up with fake lashes, heavy makeup, and silicone. I think that's supposed to be tits. Definitely not for the better. And
Right.
Yada says Beyonce fault. I don't think it is her fault. There's a lot
It's
of
Beyonce fault. No,
it's
it's
a lot of different nucleuses that happen with how femininity has changed from society, from music, how perception with music videos and how they want to dress over the decades. You and take it back because I'm a music fanatic. The Madonnas, when with the bracelets and the crop tops and the hair, the messy look. Then you had the androgynous look. Then you had the hip hop look. Women started wearing we call them dookie chains, the large chains, the bomber jackets. They started wearing the Adidas sweatsuits. We went to the 90s with the TLCs and the skates when they wore the baggy clothes, just like dudes, and condoms on their eyes. Then you went, even further to 2000. We had the gangster boos. We had all these other people. So it changed with the form of fashion of how it's perceived starting mostly, especially with the African American population, within our music, it becomes our society, which becomes our street gear, what brings it all down to the element, and then it changes, and now it's changing again. So the definition of what's feminine now is moving now to males and what's their femininity. So now we have all these changes, all these different dynamics that make a woman want to change. And you gotta remember, people move with the times, move with their feelings. Everybody's a free spirit. So guess what? I may feel like I want to wear a tuxedo as a female now, and it's accepted where it wasn't accepted then. Or now as a man, I'll wear a dress to the Oscars because it's accepted now. So when you talk about women, you got to work how society changed, not just for women, but for men. So things are like rotating a little differently now. You can't now with the pronouns. It's a lot of other dynamics in the world now. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is, but that
Well
a lot of
said.
that changed for the worse. I mean, it is. It's almost like a shift. It's almost like the women are the masculine, and then the men are going feminine. But that's why trying to find a good man is even harder. But
Well, that's what I was going to say. Sorry to cut you off, but it almost was a necessity
right.
in certain areas for certain women.
Right. With Yada saying Beyonce fault. Hey, look, Beyonce is a heavy influence on a lot of women.
I knew you were going to get off on Beyonce.
No. I'm gonna get on what you saying. No. We're gonna get on what you say, but it was just funny. I thought about that. Think about it.
No, I know.
Beyonce has so much influence on the drag community, and just on the young women coming up, even the older women in their 40s, 50s. You see what I'm saying? I mean, Lizzo is a big influence to a lot of females. You know what I mean? You got who else? First, it was the Sierras. I mean, it get traded off every so often, few years. But I want to get back to what you said, Chelsea. Cuzzy, you want to read DJ XL? I wouldn't.
Okay, wait a minute. Where's that at? Okay, wait a minute.
Because we had quite a few come through.
That's why I said, let me see. Okay. I wouldn't say it got watered down. Actually, I think it got stronger with over sexualization. Now, womanhood got watered down. Excel, right? Yada. Got these women heads messed up. Miss Doobie. Truth, Mama G. Great breakdown. Yada. All my single ladies, put your hands up. Then that's true. Miss Doobie, I don't know what. Oh, Claire, I ain't got
Put their hands up.
Yeah, I was like, well, I got my glass on top of my head. Excel, hell, most of these dudes took over feminism. Left my ass off, cuff it, like in the inclusion era. If I was a boy, yep. Excel, not men, males. A lot of men still are masculine. Beautiful liar. All right, I'm gonna stop. No, you good. Yeah, that's so true. With the Beyonce lyrics on all her albums, for the last 3 albums, singing to the damn left, and you are a millionaire. You ain't going nowhere. The titles in their self, ultra feminine.
Right. So I'm telling, and when I say femininity got watered down, it did. But me and XL is really saying the same thing, but we just saying it from the opposite ends. I'm just saying, it got watered down. It was like it was stronger back in the day, and now it has gotten weaker.
So it's stronger back in the day because men were being men, and women didn't have to worry about getting their car oil change and things like that.
That was what
so
my
then I
point
got to
was.
step up because the man is not going to do it. Then I'm going to have to play. I'm still feminine, but I'm just going to take care of my business. It's not that I'm being masculine. It's taking care of business because we don't have anybody in those roles.
Well, guess
some
what?
men refuse to be in those roles.
All right. Well, guess what, cousin? What if I say that's your fault?
It is.
It's your fault, right?
It is.
Got him!
It is.
Got him!
I'm single, so it ain't my fault. I'm minding my business. But I get it. I get it.
Yes. It's y'all women's fault that a lot of men are like this. Let me tell y'all why.
Yep.
One is because y'all be the first ones to leave a relationship, to leave a marriage, to leave a relationship, right? That's one.
Lord.
And then what happens is that y'all got kids, and a lot of times it's young men. So it leaves y'all to raise these young men, and y'all can't do what a man can do. So it's different when it's a young woman, but we talking about young men. So a lot of times it's women's fault for a lot of these men coming up the way they are right now. You want to get back to what you were saying, Chelsea?
No, I think you just fried a brain cell with that last one.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Just sorry. I just literally was like, how?
Yes, it's the truth, Chelsea. It really is. It really is. Look up who leaves marriages the most. Women.
Well, I'm
That's
not
why.
saying
Hold
about.
on. Yeah, I
Go
know,
ahead.
but I'm just telling you. When you go back to that, it really leads back to women. We're quick to say men, but it's women. It's women more so. And
But how does that make? How does women leaving the marriage make or more prone to the fault that's a bad by that them not being a man and doing the needs that they need to be doing? How does that make it a woman's fault?
because it's the woman that the kids usually go to or be able to stay with, and she's the one left with raising a man, and a woman cannot raise a man. So she's hold on, cousin. She's gonna make him feminine for the most part.
But if you're still listen, that woman's divorcing you. You're not supposed to divorce the children. You still can co-parent, whether they're in a house or not. You're still the parents, but you have to make sure you want to be in that child's life.
And when
Just
they
because
don't want
you're
to
not
be in your
together,
life,
don't want to. It doesn't work like that.
Cousin,
So let me say this to you: your father passed away when
Mhm.
you were a minor. Your mom raised you.
Let me
She
say
was
this.
a primary caretaker.
Let me help you. My father
me out.
passed away when I was 13. Your uncle passed away when I was 13. Okay.
Right.
Now at 13, not long after he passed away, I really was out in them streets. Okay. My mother, yes, you could easily say that, but that wasn't the case. But usually, especially today, most women try to take care of these young men and let me tell you something. There's an important part that happens when a young man is being raised. At some point, even like my son, me as a man, he's going to buck at me. And I got to be the man to put him in his place. But I put him in his place as a man. A woman's going to put him in his place as a woman. She's going to emasculate him during that during that time of her trying to put him in his place. Trust me. Look at it's a lot of guys out here that have been brought up by their mothers, and they're very feminine. Yada L said she takes on mentality, right? Yeah. So, but I'm just telling you that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Blameless. I'm if you can elaborate more on that, Ms. Doobie. And then Yada L said and can't live up to that, but Beyonce said they could. Yeah. Beyonce, let me tell you something. It's funny. Beyonce she says one thing, but then look at the reality.
She's not a single woman.
No, she's not single. And from the looks of it, she's very submissive. So she bamboozling y'all.
Of course, that's to sell, make everybody else sell.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that, Cuzzy, because guess what? When I go on to talk about how damaging music is, especially R&B music, 90s R&B music, is to our woman here in the in that era. Some want to argue, but it's not. Trust me, it's about the money. It's not about you. It's about the money. They know what you want, and they know what damages you. And that was a lot of damaging music that came out over the time.
Self-empowerment, being free, sexual free spirit, dropping to the floor, whatever they do, that's being free with your sexuality, and I'm gonna drop to the floor and I'm gonna do this and single lady, whatever, give the man, give them the hand if they're not gonna be with you, and you could do it all on you and also crap. So I'm
Okay.
not a fan of Beyonce. She's
Mhm.
cool for whatever it's worth. She's an icon in a lot of people. And like they always try to compare her to Rihanna. I listen to Rihanna all day because I like pop crossover. I'm
Yeah.
not looking to hit the floor or whatever they're doing and parade
Mhm.
around. She sings more like when she did Star Trek Star
Yeah, I
whatever.
know what you're talking about. She has a
So those
different thing. She's trying
right,
not
she
to.
is a different genre.
Yeah.
Only not just because she's from the Caribbean, but they don't have the colorism that we have here in
Right.
America that Beyonce grew up under, which is different from a person in the Caribbean. Because you could have a Caucasian Jamaican or
Shoot,
Caucasian African.
I've seen Chinese Jamaicans, but you know
Oh, absolutely.
the
I've been
reason
in
the
Jamaica.
reason yeah the
Yeah, in
reason for that is
Jamaica, that's
because
heavy.
Chinese is buying up most of Jamaica. That's why. That's just like a
Absolutely.
lot of the
And
Chinese is buying up.
Trinidad as well.
Most Chinese are buying up most of at Miami also. Now
Mhm.
I'm gonna get in here with what brother-in-law said. He said you can co-parent, but they are under mama. And that's the reason why a lot of
Mhm.
femininity goes on right there. And that's the point that I was making there. Yada L said the
Hypocrisy.
hypocrisy. Yeah, hypocrisy. um, and then he says, I see it everywhere. You want to read Miss Doobie? Chelsea?
Yeah, she's trying to explain the blameless. It says you have to read the message above blameless, but also essentially I am saying we should be blameless. And the message above blameless says she takes on the mentality of hashtag blameless.
Uh, you
So
want to? Okay.
essentially I am saying
So
we should be
so
blameless.
was she talking about maybe like being blameless, like we shouldn't blame it on one parent versus another or something?
I don't know. I'm thinking it might be it's all up in that Beyonce mix. So I'm
Okay.
not sure.
All right. And you want to read DJ XL, Chelsea?
Yeah. To be honest, that type of music has always been around. It just wasn't pushed to the masses.
I
Well,
agree with
you
that.
have
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, you have them born and raised.
Right. Cause
Absolutely.
you want to read Yada L?
I just use her as an example. No more Anita Bakers, Whitney's out here. Where's the Phyllis Hymens? Boosie
Mm-hmm.
addresses this in Rocket Man song.
Bruh.
That's hitting it on. I mean, that's real. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Thanks, Yada. Um, who's that? Oh, brother-in-law. You want to read brother-in-law?
That's the one I just read.
Oh, okay,
Boosie
okay, my
addresses
bad,
it in
my bad.
Rocket Man.
Okay. Chelsea, remember you were saying, can you remember you said I didn't want to answer, or you want to move on from that one?
No. That's so far gone. You've already, like I said, you fried a brain cell. They had to move on to that. So have we even started Modern Woman yet?
No, ma'am.
Nah,
I didn't think so. We
we
already had an hour and 40 minutes.
ain't that
Look
something?
at us.
All right, so
Woo!
now here since you're speaking on it, it was up next. Okay, what is a modern woman? What is a modern woman? Before we start that, let's get Miss Doobie, cousin.
Miss Doobie. Yes, we should, I guess, point
We
to
shouldn't we
somebody.
should point fingers or
We
blame
should
because
fingers or blame because it isn't women doing what men have prior. The poles are shifting. Many men are in their feminine energy, and many women are in their masculine energy. Excel says it are some Phyllis Hymens and Anita Bakers out here. They get pushed to the back of the bus for WAP. You know what WAP is? You know what
yes.
WAP is,
Yeah,
Chelsea?
but you know what? That's for the and that's where real men need to
I know the
stand up.
song
For,
WAP.
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
mess.
they and real men need to stand up for the Phyllis Hymens and the Anita Baker, type because all that the mess that these people are putting out here and making these women, well, these women making themselves look bad.
Yeah,
But
because it's a choice. They do not have to listen to any of them. That
right,
is a choice of following. You're not going to tell me a grown ass 40-year-old woman or 50 is going to be pushed into listening to the WAP, the Cardi B's. That's your choice.
bruh,
Children can have that dynamics of being influenced, but as a grown woman, that is now your choice to be whatever you want to be and to push whatever envelope or agenda you want. It's on you. You have to take ownership of that. So we
right,
can't blame it all on society because you have that chance to either flick it off, don't be a part of it, don't sign up for it.
right. And that goes to show, I mean, it goes along with say for instance, like guys. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You got these guys still trying to act like they they in their 40s, 50s, trying to act like they 20 and all that. And I mean, look, I'm funny about music, and Excel have very much the same taste in music, and I can't get with a lot of this new trap music and everything, and they're not speaking to me. They're speaking to ages 25 and under, but then you got
Mhm.
dudes 45 and 50 asking for Soldier Boy. Man, sit down, just sit
Mhm.
down. So let me see. Okay, and we shouldn't point fingers. I'm not
That's
sure
what
if
she's.
well, I
That's
mean,
I figured it out. We're all pointing fingers that it's a woman's fault, that a man does this, and da, 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 da. We can't sit here and point fingers and put every bit of the blame on one gender or the other, but both parties absolutely have fault in it, in
The
my
one thing,
personal opinion.
all right,
yeah.
so we'll just have a
The one
fault.
thing you said
We'll
concrete
have a
about,
fault
I
party.
wasn't necessarily
Hmm.
in agreement with you saying women are the majority of people that initiate the divorce. You may say that in numbers, but what's behind the initiation of the divorce? Like, what are the
Yeah,
reasons?
we talked
Not because
about
of
that.
I wasn't
Exactly.
feminine, I wasn't.
You know what? You know what?
Explicit.
Most of y'all pull up the same lame reason. It's lame. Uh,
What is that lame reason?
he hit me. He cheated on me.
Hitting somebody is a lame reason. Please don't do that because I'm gonna sign off in a second.
No, the
Oh,
thing that I'm saying is the same stuff, the same bull crap, and
You think that's bull crap?
half of it be a lie. I'm not saying that you lying, but half of it be a lie with a lot of these other females.
I don't think so. And
Okay,
I'm
I'm
not agree with
not
you.
on that page.
let
I'm
me
not
let
going
me.
to agree with you as a therapist and as a woman. I'm not going to agree with
Me
you with that.
neither.
I'll
I
tell you what.
can't.
I'll tell you what. Look up
That
some
may
mental
be your
illnesses.
personal
No,
experience,
no,
but
no,
I
no,
do
no,
not
no,
agree
no.
with that.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Look up. So if you're a therapist, you should know better. There's disorders and mental illnesses that they tell you that's what these people say, and it don't even be true. Doctor,
I'm still
read,
going to disagree, but we're going to move forward.
please do.
Let's move forward because
Before I
that's
start, pulling up the disorders and the illnesses,
You don't have
and
to
let me
tell
tell
me
you.
anything about DSM
Thank you.
5. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
you.
Okay.
So we're
Okay.
not going to do that today. We're going to move
All right.
on
So
from
so so
that.
listen to me.
We
So
got DJ XL comment.
with the DSM-5, does it say that?
Oh, and
No.
it go for men as well. So please don't
See,
do that
now
today.
look, I never said it was a man or a woman. I'm talking about
No, but
both.
she said for majority of women, it's
Mhm.
their fault,
Are
mostly for divorce, and because they're telling lies about being hit, choked, or whatever you're saying. Because I blanked out
cheat,
after a while.
hitting,
Um, cheating,
hitting and
hit, choked, or whatever.
cheating,
Yeah.
and saying that they're all lying. No, a lot of these women got pushed so far to the dang
Or
brink, they
killed.
finally
You
just
see how much?
or killed.
Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. So I don't disagree that there's there's going to be truth in that in
Mhm.
some areas for sure. I mean, women
I
are
look.
sneaky.
Let me help y'all because y'all trying to slither. A study led by American Sociological Association determined that
APA.
nearly, listen, we ain't worrying about the names and numbers.
Go ahead.
that nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women, and the percentage of college-educated American women who initiated divorce is even higher. What did DJ XL say? Let's go.
Okay, well, you could say it was initiated, but then you talked about the reasons why it was initiated.
We're not arguing that women
Most
may
women-
initiate the divorce. We're not arguing that. We're arguing
Got him! Got him!
That was so wrong. Okay. DJ XL, because we need a conversation breaker. The breakdown, a lot of the women had their first child at 16, 17. They raised their child now. Their child is 16, 17, and they are 30. Brian get their childhood back, and their child is now their friend. I don't disagree with that. You've got babies raising babies.
Yeah. And it's and you gotta remember during those eras, the mother and the father wasn't like they used to be. If that
I'm
can
gonna
make any
kind of
sense.
but too, I'm gonna also say I understand what Elcel is saying, but a lot of our grandparents and aunties had kids at 13, 14, 15 years old.
Mhm.
Our grandmother had 12 kids and 7 survived. So she was young. So we can't say just because they're young women, they want to be their friend. That's a terminology now. My grandmother was not nobody's friend as raising. I was 19 when I had my son. We are not friends. We can cool, we hang out and go to dinner, whatever, but I'm still mama. We are not friends. We're not doing none of that. And my son will be 30.
Well,
We're not.
Cuzzy, this is things you gotta that you might not pay attention to yourself. You have a lot of old fashioned in you, which is a good thing. I can't see your son out of line. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't see it. You see what I'm saying? So the old school, the old fashioned is there with you. You might say some stuff, whatever about the, work and all that stuff.
So if you want to know, I cuss him out. Yes, I do.
Yeah, but I mean, I just can't see that, with your son. I know you have.
But even we're saying people had kids at 16, 17.
Yeah.
If you know most of the routes, country people from the South, people from the North, everybody.
Oh yeah,
it goes across the board. People had kids young from going. When I had my son, a girl was 10 years old having twins in the hospital. So it goes back to ages. So we can't say that people are friends. I had a girlfriend. We went to Catholic school together. Her mom had her at 15. She had my first godson at 15, but her mother was 31 when she became a grandmother, and she was nowhere a friend of my homegirl. She treated her like a mother, and she was a grandmother. It depended on the person, and she was not raised by her biological because she was a product of rape. And you know how people send people down south. So it depends on how you grew up and also your mentality. It doesn't have to be your family that give you the morals of value. It's other people. We used to go back to having extended family members and extended people. You like Uncle so-and-so, Auntie so, they ain't no more blood related to you, but they're such good people and are friends that came in and gave you, those retrospective conversations about being a man and what's not a man and just how you're supposed to cook and just what you're supposed to do and just how you're supposed to go out and be a person, be a good person, whatever. It does not matter. They do not have to be your biological. So tell you what, more people not your biological will tell you some good stuff and be more your friend than some of your family members.
It's true.
Yeah, that's real. Okay, let me address a little bit Miss Doobie. Miss Doobie. I am not saying that women lie about abuse. That's a real situation. But yes, there's all the time women that lie on men about abuse.
And there's also men that lie about women for being abused.
Huh?
Some men lie about their woman abusing them. So you can flip it.
Yeah,
or just like you can say somebody lied about somebody committing adultery.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why I said that was, again, there's disorders and mental illnesses that are symptoms, and they tell you that these people do this. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's nothing. I don't think it's a joke that when somebody is lying or something like that, but it happens. That's all I'm just saying. So it'd be the same excuses every time almost, about he did this, he did that, and then they divorce.
You know
Period.
what
I mean,
divorce mainly are? When you do therapy and you do family and marriage counseling therapy, the majority of stuff we divorce over is typically finances.
yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, and
That's the
that's why,
majority of divorce rate: finances and or cheating, or you should have married that joker anyway.
right.
Just food, not
Sex,
what
money, communication.
You want to
right
read
or right.
Yada L?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
me? This is all in context of the modern woman, though, right?
what context?
I'm assuming that he's talking about everything that we're talking on. I
We're
mean, and
kind of
it is.
covering right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. We,
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. And then he said, I can tell. I'm not sure if he was talking about that. Times are different. Yes, they are. XL said it happens. I don't think Crete given the right explanation. I'm straight up front, XL.
yeah,
I'm
he went
explaining
to
it. Look, let me tell you something. I live it. All right. That's why I most of the times when I say stuff I ain't talking out the side of my neck, but I'm sure you understand and probably agree with what I'm saying. You might not agree with my delivery of it, but it's real. And this is no shot, strike to nobody or whatever, but it's real out there. And then actually, if you want to put a better explanation to it in the comments, I'll definitely share it.
I don't think it's a better explanation. You said what you said in your context that at first that was the definition you gave, and then you just said now it's something you lived through because that's something you may have dealt with somebody that had a mental disorder. But to say
Correct.
It was domestic violence or lying or choking or whatever about domestic violence, it's two different parts.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I can almost agree with that. I mean, too, but I'm just saying we really saying the same thing. It's just
No, we're not.
okay. Well, tell me what you saying then, Cuzzy.
I'm saying you said whoever you dealt with through whatever relationship was a lying about maybe you being an abuser.
First of all, I didn't hold on. Wait. I didn't say me at all. I didn't
You
say
just
me.
said didn't you say
No.
you?
I just said that just now, but when I said
Right,
that,
that's what I'm saying. So I'm going back.
No, you're not going back because now
I
you're
was
saying
going back.
me.
I was going back to say when you gave the original explanation of why people divorce.
Okay.
You said about domestic violence. You did.
Yeah, I
And
did.
it's a lie. And most of the time it was a lie.
I said a lot of times it's a lie.
Right.
Okay.
We ain't saying
Okay.
anything different.
Okay, so no. So now, you don't agree with that? You think that every time a woman or a man jumps on television or whatever and say that he hit me, she hit me, that it's three explanations: his, hers, and the truth?
But for you to say it was the majority of the reason why people divorce, I disagree.
70% of the women divorce because of it being a lie.
Right, that's what you said. You gave us
No. 70% that women are the ones to divorce. That's what I said.
Right. We heard that part.
Okay.
When you said the
but
majority
Chelsea
of
just
reasons
trying to say that I said it. No. See, y'all got look.
I'm ready for the next one.
I'm gonna bring some Q-tips. I'm gonna bring some Q-tips next time.
We're gonna watch the video and I'm gonna comment in the section. So make sure you go on to Street Tactics Radio on YouTube. Make sure you like, click, share, and also hit the notification button so you can come on and be a part of the conversations. Put your input. Make sure we're doing a wellness check at a time check of 1 hour and 55 minutes and 14 seconds. Make sure you continue to drop your 1 through 5, 5 being your most fantabulousness. 1, you need to work on some things. Maybe you're stressed out. Maybe it's getting late for you. You're tired. But go in, still drop your mental health checks. We're doing a cause. Pause for the cause. Also on the rolling scroll, I guess that's what it's called. You see $ real DJ Concrete. Bless the show with some finances, blessings. And we also have our call-in number 470-493-9928.
Amen.
And Cretes.
Thank you so much, Cuzzy. Now, Chelsea, read Miss Doobie right there, please.
Says Crete didn't read what I said regarding abuse. He just reacted because I stated if a person lies about abuse and initiated a divorce, then the other person dodged a bullet getting out of that relationship.
Miss Doobie, you might have to come on screen. I mean, what she said was very clear, but I kind of don't understand. Maybe it's just
What
me.
she said. Let me see.
Yeah, yeah. But I know because she's always has some amazing comments and contributions to it. 4 on the cusp of 5. Um,
Mental health check.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next one. We are on what is a modern woman? Number 2. A modern woman is happy to manage her own money. What you what you smiling for, cousin? What's all the movement for Chelsea?
I guess
I'm happy to manage my own money.
That's exactly it.
I'm not unhappy to manage my money.
Yeah, I mean, but let me just say this. I am officially removing the negative connotation from modern woman that Mr. DJ Concrete has done so well at making sure that they are tied so closely together, because I do not have a problem managing my money, but my husband does help me out every now and then, encouraging me to save. I manage my money. He manages his money. I pay my bills. He pays his bills. And we are happy. I ain't got no problem with it. So I'm modern, I guess. Cricket?
Not the cricket.
But anyway, go ahead. I just had to say that for myself.
Go ahead, cousin. I know you about to say something.
I'm not saying nothing. I don't have a husband to manage my money.
All right. Anyway, I mean, he don't need to. Not all the time the husband is the better. No, it's actually not bad. It's just the way it's y'all system. If it's working, let it work. You understand? It's nothing wrong with that, to be honest with you. But usually, traditionally, that's how it goes. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna let a man manage my money if he can't.
Well, let me tell you something traditional. Let me throw it back at you. I'm gonna throw it back at you. Traditionally, let's get back to tradition. The man went out to work. The woman managed the money because he's not home to buy any groceries, buy the kids shoes, pay out them bills. He's at work. Morning, noon, night. Let's talk about daddy who worked 2 jobs. He wasn't home. Mama managed the household. He brought in the money, but she's a true manager because she got to juggle kids going to school, getting out that door, making sure that the bills are paid, the food is made when he come home, make sure the lunch is made in a little lunch box, all that stuff. She's the true manager of the household. Bruh. He's the financier of the household.
Bruh. Very well said.
You know what, cousin? For the first time in life, I agree with you. No, I'm joking, but no, I agree with that. I think that the man is the machine. He's the workhorse. And then and that's why I didn't have a problem with what you said. That's actually a good idea when it came to when the mother, you said, like, investing, for the children's future.
Because don't think mama didn't want playing, not your mother. I'm just saying mamas want playing street numbers back in the day to get that little extra cash. Maybe dad didn't make enough, so we got a little money in that old taupe color stocking tied to a bra. Don't think she wasn't doing that. Or, she washed somebody's laundry while dad at work, or she was doing laundry or babysitting somebody's bad kids for a couple of dollars of bartering. We did a lot of bartering. You get food stamps. Hey, go get me $30 of food stamps down at Lexington Market, Baltimore. Bring me back those groceries. So people bartered. We came off the bartering system for exchange. So don't think they wasn't, cooking somebody's meal and hey, if you make these little meals for me, I'm gonna give you $20 a week or whatever. So don't think she wasn't running some extra investments on the side, because man alone was not holding down that household. It has
Right.
to be that backbone of that woman.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
to each family his own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but let me read Miss Doobie. For
Okay.
me, I hate managing money, laugh out loud, but I do it because I have to or I've had to. And it's nothing wrong with that, Miss Doobie. You know what I'm saying? You have some women that hate managing money, or I mean, every woman is not good with managing money, and it's
Neither
nothing
man.
wrong with that. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, tit for tat,
Same.
cousin. But
No,
I'm
for
just
real.
saying,
Some men are not.
True
yeah,
though.
no.
Some men are
That's
not better. My husband was better at managing money. His credit was better. My
mhm.
mom is better at managing money than my dad. Her credit is better. So it just depends on the person. Whatever worked for y'all
It
or your
does.
shit shenanigans, then do what you do. You just have to
I
know
agree.
who's better in the mindset. And hopefully, as you get older and you're gaining more wisdom,
Mhm.
the brighter of the one will have that hidden kitty we talked about, or the extra backup, because times do get hard. You don't want to demasculate your man or emasculate him if he can't step up to the plate and pay the
For
bills
sure.
because maybe lost his job or something happened. You got to have that emergency funds now. You do.
For sure.
Right. DJ Excel said, I actually see more women managing money better than a lot of men to an extent. And that is very
True.
true. It is. But like I said, it depends on the person, depends on the
Mhm.
couple, depends on, so that when you can't really hold true to the man or true to the woman, you can. It just is
Mhm.
per family or per couple or whatever. Um, let's go to the next one. A modern woman does. I'm sorry. A modern woman does not feel like they need to get married or have a long-term relationship.
Hmm.
Bruh.
I got to step back. This one.
Why, Josie? Why?
And that's true.
Because because I believe in long term. All of my relationships were long term. I mean, ultimately, I knew that I wanted to have that one person that was between me and God, and that unity and all of that. And so, I mean, the reason I say I step out of that is because um, I I don't see it that way. I mean, I always felt like I didn't always say I needed a man.
Mhm.
I needed a partner for a while, but yeah, that's the only reason I said I step out of that, is because I do believe in long-term relationships and working toward that commitment.
Okay.
But
Big
I'm
sister.
also haven't had all as much life experience, right? And
Mhm.
haven't had children and all of that either. So I do have to say that and give that credit to other situations as well.
Okay. Big sis said her husband better gave
Yeah, better give me
better
my
give her money.
money. I said my money.
Golly.
Bruh.
Your sisters are something.
Yeah, poor Melly Mel.
Oh.
They modern.
Yeah. Martin like the Jetsons cars.
Mhm.
Um, you want to read Miss Doobie, cousin?
Rob Rob Peter to pay Paul Magic K.
Bruh.
I don't know what it is. Like Sweet Mama, it depends on the person from Excel. Um, from Excel again, what they feel and believe is night and day. Miss Doobie, just thinking a lot of folks seem more concerned with matching what society wants was, instead of creating a dynamic with their partner that supports their end goals. I
Yep,
commend you, Miss Doobie, because that's what it is. I'm
Mhm.
not
that's
trying
what
to
it is.
create a relationship based on 1950, 40, 60, or whatever. I'm basing on the individual, because every man is different, every woman is different, every chemistry that you meet with a person is different. You may go in with a traditional role, but the way your chemistry based with the person, it may intertwine something different. You have to build the relationship for you and your person. Because at the end of the day, it's you and your person. Nobody should be telling their ups and downs to everybody, because when something happened and they get mad, they go tell cousin Sally, and then cousin Sally bring it back up at the cookout. Mind your business, stay your business in your household, and you keep it moving.
Yep.
That's the problem. It's too many hands in the pot. People in your business.
And that's very important, actually. I would recommend, like, most couples don't go sharing your business with with your friends and family. If it's your relationship, keep it your relationship, because what happens is that sometimes that could be the start of the corruption of your relationship.
Right. Because people are going to say, why are you out here telling other people our problems? And that could create ongoing problems, because then your partner feel you don't have a confidentiality. Right. You're out here telling everything. It could be something about somebody's sexuality. It could be something you did with them, something that happened. You out here telling all the business. There's a trust factor. Everything is not for everybody. And people like to throw up other people's business, especially if they having a miserable life of their own, or just don't get back. You know what I'm saying? I may know your business, so I'm going to get back and tell your business because you got on my nerves today. Or remember when you had that family barbecue and somebody had one too many to drink, remember that drunk tongue tell truths.
So true.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to be fooling with somebody when they drunk. Boy,
they tell everything.
But okay, we're gonna go to number 4 on modern women.
Woo!
A modern woman goes on in life feeling able to live their lives as they choose and do whatever she wants.
Okay.
Bruh.
So, okay, I mean, is that legit?
It's just legit. Nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna live my life whether I'm married or not, how I feel.
Modern.
Because if something happened in a relationship, I'm going to tell my husband or my significant other how I feel. I'm not going to be one to live my life in miserably, because I'm going to hold back my feelings. You should want to know what's wrong with me if I'm depressed. I could be going through mental illness, as Concrete said. And if you don't talk to me, communicate with me, then that's going to be a problem.
I think you said that great, because I was struggling at first. And I'm like, you know what? No, because I do that. Now, of course, I think I'm not going to go get in my car and drive 2 days and not tell my husband and not like talk with him or anything. But if I want to go to the beach, I'm going to go to the beach. I mean, and he's probably going to come with me, or if he doesn't, he's going to do his own thing. But ultimately, yes, I work to make money to do what I want to do. I am married, so I always take my husband into consideration and talk to him about it and make sure this is, and if you don't want to do it, love you. See you when you get back. There's some frozen food in there. I'm out.
But this is another thing, Chelsea.
Y'all, you know what? Y'all a mess.
But listen, say that. Long before a person becomes a couple, you're an individual.
There's no way a man is going to deal with none of that. I'm serious.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah,
they will.
Bet. Then that woman and that man.
No. They won't. Trust me. No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
All right, but that is not a man.
So he's a beta, right?
He's a beta, big beta with a big B.
I was waiting for it, boy. My cousin.
That's a beta.
You know, we need to get Dr. D. Okay, and mister Stewart. Ooh, I'm sorry, Crete. In the room, and we need to break this down, because I am guaranteeing you, and I'm telling you this dang well, my husband is not a beta. He is an alpha.
I didn't call Dr. D a beta.
I know that. I know that.
You can't make it. You can't make it. If he won, then he won. Don't say he not because he your friend. If he a beta according to your standards. Don't be nice to the Chelsea.
No. Listen.
No, and that's why. Because he straight up said, "Oh, ain't no man's gonna put up with that. A beta is gonna put up with that." Yep. So what you just said,
amen. And I stand by it.
Is about that. And I'm telling
you. No. Listen. So if Dr. D's dealing with that, He's wearing beta
Dealing with
shoes.
what? Me wanted to go on
Ooh,
a road
he
trip?
hasn't got on the
Yes.
beta shoes, boo.
Let me tell you something. Ain't no
Wanted
way.
me to go on a road trip?
Ain't no way.
Seriously.
Ain't no way. Let me tell you something. Ain't no way that's gonna pop off. Let
I
him keep
wanted to
going with it.
go on
Let me.
vacation for Christmas. What did we do?
Okay.
We went on vacation for
Yada
Christmas.
Yada L said
You can't
he would agree with
even.
Chelsea. He would agrees with Chelsea. Tell me what you agree, because I think we might be talking about different things. He said, I don't know, bro. That Yada L said that, and then brother-in-law said, man, going to let you think you are right. Facts. You see, let me tell you something. There is no freaking way that's going to slide in my household, and that's not being
And
controlling
that's
whatever.
okay. Because that's your expectations, that's your standards, that's okay.
That's my
You will
household
find that
rules.
person. You will find that's going to meet that for you, or you're not going to be with them. Simple as that.
Right.
Amen.
Yada said,
I'm gonna do the little thing myself.
Amen.
I've already asked for like 50% of that button, but I'm not allowed.
basically, okay, so read DJ XL, Chelsea.
DJ XL said, basically you saying I'm doing what I want if my husband don't like it. Oh, well.
See, and that's my point. Is that what you're saying, Chelsea?
Let me ask you something.
No. Hold on, Cuzzy. Is that what you're saying, Chelsea?
Well, all right.
Huh?
If my husband does not want to go on a beach trip with me, and I have asked to go on a beach trip, and he says, I don't really want to go, but he's not going to be rude and say, well, if I don't feel like going, you ain't going. That's not the conversation we have.
No.
He's going to go, okay, I can't make this. Hold on. You asked me a question.
Sure, go ahead.
And then, so he said, oh, I just can't make it happen. I need to do this. I have this. I can't happen. You know what he's going to say to me? If you want to go to the beach, baby, go to the beach. That's all right. If you've got the money, you've got what you need, go to the beach. Bet. Because we communicate.
Right. But so flip it. Say you didn't want to go to the beach. Would your husband still go?
If I didn't want to go to the beach with my son,
he wanted to go.
there has been motocross trips. There has been motocross trips where I could not go. I had obligations and I wanted to go and I couldn't. And he went, bye, I love you. Did it hurt my heart a little bit? Yeah, because I wanted to be with him, but to go. It's the same thing for him. What he gives me, I give him in the same respect.
So concrete, if you have a woman, and XL, get in these comments, brother-in-law, yada, get in these comments. So you telling me, if you say, hey, we want to go to Indonesia, I'm going to give you an example because I know you like to travel far. Mm-hmm. And I say, no, I don't want to go. And are you still going to go?
No, I'm going to go when we are ready. But I'm the head.
So you don't do other trips unless you... So what if she has an obligation?
Then I won't go, most likely. Let me tell you something. When I was married, all my trips, me and my wife went on together. Now, when I went motocross racing, that was me and my son. She never really wanted to go. She was saying it was too dusty. Okay. All right. But I'm just saying, when like that right there, I'm going to go because I want to go. Nope.
So what if I want to go, but you know, so you was like, well, no, I got stuff to do with it. I don't want to go. Is something wrong with your wife going? A woman. I'm saying woman because you didn't get married again. You
said is say that.
Okay,
again?
So just like Chelsea said, hey babe, I want to go to the beach. I said, hey babe, I want to go to Georgia. No, I don't feel like going. I'm like, oh, but I'm supposed to, connect with my family or my cousin, whatever. Well, I don't feel like going. I'm like, is it a reason? You just like, oh no, I got to work or what have you, but you go have fun. Would you want me to stay home with you? Or go see my cousin Crete?
Stay home with me.
Because he's the head.
Let me tell you something. Let me say this. Long before you're a couple, you're still an individual. So if I give up everything I want to do and never travel, never shop, never do what I want, never go to school, never have any of my hopes and dreams, I'm losing my individualized person who I am, that you supposed to fell in love with me, that you made me your wife. If you die today or tomorrow and you gone, then what? So I done sheltered everything that I want to do just to cave up under your cave and do everything you want to do. You're losing your individuality And I get it. When you become one, then you'll have a identity together. But don't let me lose my identity, my spark, my fire that you obviously wanted me to be my partner, to become my partner. Don't make me lose my spark, because that's when it becomes boring. When you try to dull me out. You like all the fire and the flame where you get me, but you want me to change. That's not going to keep a person, because you're like, well, damn, she used to be like this. I wish she was back like she was when I first met her. Then you go try and find another woman that was like me, and now I'm sitting home waiting on you.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Cuzzy, that was a bit long. It was something I wanted to answer to it, but can you
Good.
say the beginning again? Because it was something I wanted to say. Re-ask that, but just the first part.
The question, I'm an individual long before I meet you. You met, oh, no, not you, because you my cousin. But the spark and the fire man met me. That's why I attracted me to that person. Now you want me to come and be the cave and be in the house. I travel. I went on vacation 11 days. I
That
travel.
means
Now you want me to be in the house.
simply, you're not ready for a man yet. Or the man that you want
What you
has to
talking
be
about?
like one of the ones that just don't care. So when you get a man that really loves you and care, you're not going to have that thinking.
What are you talking about? To travel and live my life? Damn, I'm 50. I don't know if I got another 50 up in me. I can't
Well,
travel.
that's why you find a partner who's in
There's
like
nothing wrong with that, but every time somebody may not be able to go with me. I'm on a longer break because of my job. My partner may not be able to go. When I travel,
Correct.
typically I'm vacationing and working, because you know me. I'm Jamaican. So I'm doing other things as well. But it's a refresher to get away my mind from my environment in which I live. I work hard.
Correct.
So when I get that free time I can go, that's the time. I'm not sparingly just jumping out. I am a planner. I plan.
Correct.
I'm not supposed to plan it like, but I'm planning it out.
Okay, so you can plan it with your mate.
But they may not always want to do what I want to do. What if I'm planning to go to a spa? Men don't like their feet touched. I'm going to a spa.
Right?
See, so I'm not supposed to go to spa now
me-
because
let-
man don't want to get his feet done.
No, listen. All that stuff can be worked out. Like we making this yakety yak right now, and it's not a yakety yak. It can work together. It can work. You understand what I'm saying? It can work. It surely can.
It can work, but you can't be sourpuss about everything and everybody. That I'm never gonna go just because you don't want to go that particular time.
You can't, you can't tell me I can't travel because it's not in your.
I tell y'all
Some
what.
people are
I
not
tell y'all
ready.
what. I tell y'all what. Y'all go travel.
I
Y'all
sure
go do
will.
what y'all do,
I sure will.
and just y'all
What?
y'all just do y'all. You know what I'm saying? It don't fly like that in my situation.
Yeah,
And
you're
that's
right.
okay.
Your
It don't
situation.
fly like that.
And
So
that's okay.
That's
and
why
it's
we're
nothing-
not marrying you or being
That's
with you.
good.
engaged.
That's good because I will never marry any woman like y'all.
Good.
So, brother-in-law said, "How is it an obligation? That far should have been a plan." Thank you.
Now, yes, Indonesia. Okay, the example I believe he's referring to is Indonesia. Again, that's a big travel. That's a
Plan.
big
Right,
thing.
that's a
Of
big
course,
travel.
you're
That
gonna
I-
plan that. I'm not just gonna,
Right. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't have went there without my wife. I just wouldn't have. That's that. Like you say, that's a big trip. That's a 22-hour
Yeah.
flight each way.
Ooh, yeah.
For sure.
DJ XL said, if it's something she is into, local, going with someone I can trust, go. I can get with that. I can get with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Miss
We gotta go back. We got something to go back.
Miss Doobie's got a really good one. Miss
Okay.
Marriage is a
Yeah.
team.
Because
event.
we're gonna catch up with y'all comments. Chelsea, you want to read, or what you looking at the comments, cousin?
Yeah, read Miss Doobie, because I think we did
I
everybody
got
after
it.
that.
All right, hold on one second. Let
I
me
got
set
Miss
it up.
Doobie here.
Let me find
ahead.
her. Just go ahead.
Okay.
Is it this one?
Marriage is a team event, in my opinion. For me, we can't change people, so don't step into a relationship with someone with your fingers crossed, praying they'll change.
Boom. I agree, Miss Doobie. Thank you for that. And that's what I'm
Thank
saying.
you also, Miss Doobie. So if I come in as spice and fire, don't hold your fingers that I'm gonna become a dull wet rag. If you put me being spice and fire, don't go throw no water and make me soggy. Because then you're gonna
That's
be
why
looking
my
for somebody
husband
with some
loves
spice and
it.
fire. Gotta keep the fire going.
Amen.
Boy, I
Love
tell
it.
you, y'all
We're
tripping
not gonna be out
tonight.
here
What?
experimenting. If you
All right.
met me spice and fire, you come and try to change me and make me dull and boring. I'm
You
gonna be
gonna meet some
resentful, and
But
then you're
see,
gonna want to go back out with that spice and fire because that's why you chose me
no,
as
no,
your.
no. You know what? Because and this is what I was trying to say before.
Go.
Choose wisely and choose what fits for you.
Right.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with you being spicy or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. You just got to find a mate that's willing to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't saying there's something wrong with it. Like you got to deal with that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like I would have to find a mate to deal with me. I'm an old fashioned dude, period. And I'm not mad at it. I ain't, I'm not wearing, So anyway, you want to read Excel's butt ass?
Oh Lord, what is it? Oh, I thought it meant butt ass.
Oh,
But as a man, me saying go ahead to the beach alone is a bad move. I guess Yada said depends.
mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's keep going.
No, yeah.
And we already read
Yeah.
brother-in-law. And DJ XL say if it's oh,
Yeah,
we
we
already
read
read
that
that
one.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're
were
pretty
there.
caught up.
Okay. Did
Oh
we
no,
get
XL said that's like if I meet you, you might dress provocative. Do you think it's still cool to wear form-fitting outfits and cleavage when you're attached? We saying the
no?
same thing. You're confusing a relaxation day versus vacation. It's all about the situation. Never miss Doobie. Excel, pay attention to how they dress when you meet them. If you wouldn't want your wife wearing that, you should probably bypass that candidate.
Amen.
Instead of trying to change what you attracted. Thank you so much.
Yep. Yep.
Disagree,
Yep.
agree to excel. Exactly, sweet mama or mom G. I can't agree. Definitely understandable. Nah, you won't get tame. Shut up, Tony. Robert Law. That's right, some freak stuff. LOL. Get matched. Gotta match your energy. Match my
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah. And I agree with that. That's just matching the energies. You don't want to you want to you don't want to get with somebody who's the total opposite of you. The person has to be fun,
Uh,
adventurous.
Wrote a song about it, like the hit.
Go ahead.
I believe the
That's the
opposite.
opposites attract.
Because okay, listen,
No,
you have
sometimes they do.
met. Okay, I was
Sometimes they
gonna
do.
say because I am the downright opposite of Dr. D, and it's
Mhm.
the only thing that keeps me on this earth. And I bring a heck of a lot of I'm gonna use spice just because that was what we were saying to his life because I'm just out there, and he's just very
In a box.
mellow and just
But you
very,
know
and I
what?
need that.
Exactly, because he
I
can be the
need that.
one to calm you down.
He does. He does.
So,
He helps regulate me.
right.
That's for sure.
Yada L said, "You slow be with a slow person." Feel me? And that's true. You know what I'm
But
saying?
Yeah,
most slow people want a fast person. They want some
it's
spice because
true.
they slow.
It's
They
exactly
dry.
right.
So they hoping
My
that
mom and
spice will
dad are
get them
the
going.
same way.
My friends are the
Same
same
way.
way.
You want to read
Yeah.
Excel, cousin?
Miss Doobie, I can't agree because you met me, I dress a certain way. I act a certain way. I move a certain way. But if I meet a woman and am digging her, I move accordingly. Nothing wrong with that. That's your
Mm,
opinion.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
And
Let's.
you gotta say it won't work.
Oh my goodness. I think what are we at? Number 5?
Um. Hold on.
It's
Okay. You
full.
want to read Miss Doobie while I'm getting that together?
I hear you excel. I watch how people move in real life. Amen. Most people are observe, especially women. Hopefully, they're observing the environment, the person, because you will find some things you may not like, you may ignore, and just hopefully, maybe it's something. Excel, Crete. What I said last week, women pursue what they want, not what they need. So he put it all in bold. So that's why I was reading like that.
Amen.
And you know I'm always with you on that, brother. I mean, that's real. That's real. I mean, and that's the
So here
thing.
we
Like
go again.
a lot of women be kind of delusional when it comes with that. They want this special guy that he got to be this, he got to be that, he got to do this, he got to this, that.
Just like men want the woman to do this and had the chores and do the duties and do this and do that.
That's see, the problem with that is that you have to understand. Look in the Bible and find out what a woman is.
Oh.
A woman is not a partner. She's not. She's a helper.
Helpmate.
Yes.
Helpmate. Not a helper, helpmate.
It's the same.
Helpmate.
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 Okay.
You're gonna read about it, right?
Helpmate then, since it make you
A helpmate is a person who is equally helping you. A helper is a person that's working under the person.
So that's the same as a partner, and she's not a partner.
So you're going against the Bible?
No. All right. Anyway,
helpmate, not helper.
Okay. All right, helpmate then. Okay. All right. Anyway, helper. Thank you for helping me, because
for my duties. You're welcome.
Yes. And DJ XL said, "I'm a human enigma," and then. And DJ XL just kicked out what I said before. Woman is just a rib, but I ain't saying it. He putting it out there like that. But let's get on this one, right? DJ XL. I was trying to caps somewhere else. This is one right here that really is the one that I definitely I'm like, nah. A modern woman is usually not willing to cooperate in any relationship because in their mind they don't need a man.
Amen.
That right there is that's ignorant. Look, what you grin? What's that grin? Look at you, can't even talk because you're grinning.
I'm just listening.
Yeah, I'm
being a listener right now.
Yeah, please be a listener. Please be.
You know what? Just for the sake of our listeners, go ahead and read that one more again.
One more again. A modern woman is usually not willing to cooperate in any relationship because in their mind they don't need a man.
This is where I think the splash of I don't even know. It's just You can't even cricket me when I'm trying to answer or respond to your statement or
True
question.
Statement. Yes.
Okay.
Amen.
You got anything, sweet mama? Because I
can
start.
And because as I was thinking about it, and I think about some people I know, I think people. I'm gonna say women. I'm gonna say women because that's what he want me to say. I think women already have the expectation that man is not gonna do what they're supposed to do and be a leader, so they're gonna have to get out here and hustle it up. But if you do it, your expectations will get higher. But we start off already low bar in relationships as you go in. Are they gonna work up to step up to be a man? Because their history is probably that every man they had was not stepping up, or they did not step up. So she had to step up financially, emotionally, spiritually. So maybe they start that bar low, and that's been their pattern. Even though they may go in with good intentions, some people do flip the script and get comfortable in where they're at instead of being your partner or your leader as a man to take and move you forward to a better home, a better life, whether it's financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Gotta think about that.
Yeah.
Read Yadael.
It won't work.
Read DJ XL.
Hell no.
Oh my goodness.
So that right there, I know y'all sitting here trying to justify that.
No, I was just saying, I wasn't justifying, but I'm saying maybe that's why it does not work for someone.
Well, And here's the thing. I guess the reason I stumble at times, I'm not trying to like combat it or anything like that. I've always been independent, but I always knew, just being who I am, we are human beings. And no matter what, we need companionship in some form. If you isolate a human by themselves for I don't even remember the amount of time, insanity, they will lose themselves. That we are we're mammals, all right? We need that companion at some point or and we are that. So I'm not really disagreeing that there is a lot of women or people out there that have become, and I agree with what Sweet Mama had said, that maybe that is some of the reasons why. And I think it is because of these, as you call them, pookies, right? They come in here and they go and they jade these women, or they treat them wrong, and they have to raise these standards, and they have to say, I have to do this for myself, I have to do this for myself. So then it gets higher, and then eventually after this they get comfortable there. But I feel like instead of getting intimidated by that, like asking them and kind of really trying to not break down that walls, but figuring out where and what that came from, that's protecting them. But I personally never had a feeling of, I don't need anybody. I always knew that I wanted love. I wanted companionship, but I also had certain standards that I needed to uphold for me, that the good Lord had, that I wasn't respecting. So that's why I'm saying I'm not combating what you say. There is an era of women out there that are very much having these things, but I cannot say and classify that as like all these modern women. And I think that's where all of my struggle has been, is it's so hard to talk in stereotypes.
But I'm gonna say this too, Chelsea. A lot of women get bamboozled into relationships. You get man that's giving you the good dick in the beginning. They call it the honeymoon phase.
Oh my
And it
goodness.
slowly drops off. You have men that talk about a good game, what type of business, what he doing, he hustling. Once he get comfortable, it could change up. And that's why you have a lot of these women that become bitter, because they try. Stick with the black man, stick with the man, help him out, be his helpmate, be his helper, as my cousin say. They've done it, and it's been time, because they're showing that honeymoon phase. They're giving that pretty face of what they're doing as a man in the beginning, and slowly, once they get comfortable, I done put up all this front, because we call it fronting from the city, and now it's not.
know front. Yeah,
they dropped off. The sex is depleted. They on the video game. They hanging out. They smoking. They drinking. Their money. They want to quit their job. They want to be house husbands. They're like, well, shit, she worked. Let me go ahead and do this. So now that's why the trust factor is low. We go in with good intentions of being loved, especially women who are decent women, but you always got these jackasses that come in and mess it up, and it hardens a woman's heart after a while. We become hard and have to do that.
I think you said what you said so perfectly there, is that, taking it from that hyper independence and I don't need a man, and really what it is that they've been so hurt by a man. And it's not really even that I don't need a man, it's trust. I don't trust men. So I think that might be a way to rewrite that script and saying, for women,
Let me say this. All right, brother-in-law say, and y'all, some do the same thing, which is very true. Now, here's bottom line, with both of y'all talking about right now. Unfortunately, when you are single and you're looking for a man, it's a risk. You take a risk every time you try a new guy, every time. And you can't go in there with the feeling that, oh, he gonna do the same thing the other joker did.
Oh, I know. We've talked about that. I know that. We've had a lot of talks about that.
And just what you do is sometimes don't listen to his mouth. Look at his body of work. And I'm not talking about his body, not his body, Sweet Mama, but his body of work.
Don't put me out there.
Look at his body of work, whereas what he's actually done, what has he accomplished in his life, how does he treat his family, how does he treat his mother, how does he treat or again, back to the parents. You got to look at all that.
But if you don't
while
have
you're
that
investing.
background, because a lot of people in our age group, parents are no longer here, you may have some issue. I look at the actions you with me, because sometimes they could be, not saying it's a correlation between that, but I'm looking at how you're treating me. I may not be able to get the background information because people are so migrant and they don't always live in the area, or I may not live in a particular area. So I don't necessarily I look at my trust factor with you. What you show me.
Yeah.
I get about other people, but the person that's going to be with them is me all the time, not his mama, not everybody else. It's a trust factor. You have to listen to a man. What he says he's going to do, that's the expectation. I have expectations. If you want to be the freaking man, be the man. I'm looking for those expectations. You want me to be that traditional woman. You want me to help you be your partner, help me, help, or whatever you want to phrase it. Do this role. Be that man. Be it. Be about it. We say be about your word. Your word is your bond. Yes, your word is your bond, but your actions is higher than a bond.
That's what I was going to say. You got to be about it and walk about it and make sure that you're talking about it as well, because I'm not going to listen to all the talk. But when you start showing it, that's the thing for me. That's the first red flag for me. If you're fluffing, I don't want to hear it. Why say it? What is the point in even saying something if you're not going to do it or that? So I agree with you. I mean, it has to line up.
All right.
Y'all still doing
Since you on
strong,
that, since you on there, Chelsea, read Miss
Yep.
Doobie.
We got Miss Doobie. My mom would always harp at me. You do not need a man. And I finally had to say, I hear you, Mom. I know I don't need one, but I want one. So no, I do not need one, but yes, I do want one.
That's true.
And you know
I
what?
agree.
Miss Doobie seems like a very like on the traditional side, which is good. I mean, because a lot of times a lot of moms end up sabotaging their daughters. And I'm not saying that about her mom, but that's just what happens. And they get them going in the wrong direction. So that was good that she stood up for what she felt and believed in, and went on with it. I mean, and not every guy's gonna be the perfect guy or whatever, but like I said, look at his body of work in the past and look at how he is with you and his mother or whoever else. But you got to check the background. DJ XL said, and guess what, y'all? Chose the wrong one that hurt you. He was, he was
Y'all
talking about
chose the one that hurt you.
hurt you. Yeah. So and then is this a new Miss Doobie one where she said I prefer, or we read that one?
No, I prefer to see what he is currently doing. I've been told by fellas about what they did, but it sure didn't match what I was seeing.
I agree.
Very true.
And brother-in-law laughing at you fluffing. That was I started to mess with you about that one. We say bluffing, you say fluffing. And Miss Doobie said, talk is neat. Actions are a reality. Or
absolutely.
Yep. And that's true. No flaking allowed. Yada L said, no flaking allowed. And so as we start to round this thing off, I want to say this about all the modern women out there.
You better watch.
Be a feminist, they say. It will free you from the shackles of your womanhood. Y'all look like y'all grinning when I said that.
I'm not smiling.
Hold on. Let me hold on.
I'm gonna make it bigger so you can see our faces. Oh, she put there now buttons on.
She's trying to hold the smile now. No,
I'm gonna release my feminists. I'm gonna throw my bra at you.
Now, the other thing is that if that were true, women would be now we're talking about right here. If that you would release the shackles off of, to your womanhood. If that were true, women would be thriving right now. Instead, look around. Female in modern society are more tired and disgusted than ever before. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Why'd you wait on the end for this one? I ain't even.
Amen.
Women are much more tired and disgusted.
Wonder why. Because we have
And
to go to
then
work now.
than ever
and raise
before.
kids.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. Become traditional and you won't have but now what's gonna happen is y'all women gonna start dying before us men. So
We
um
are going.
so anyway, I am not nor will I ever be ashamed to say I am a supportive person of
Traditionalist.
traditional. Yeah. Yeah. And
Well, that's all you do.
if you're one, two, or hope to be one, don't let society make you believe it's not worth anything or that you are not appreciated enough. Let me tell you something. Y'all better change some of y'all ways, sisters. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Okay. Miss Doobie said, could you read that, Cuzzy?
We got so many. Mama, no.
Is
Ain't
Miss
no
Doobie Crete?
I mean,
Crete saying.
hold on to the light. Crete saying the truth because I felt that with my mom, and it wasn't personal. She was trying to protect me from something that she believed hurt her. I believe it.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely, Miss
absolutely.
Doobie.
I believe.
And then we're gonna go to DJ XL, the yeah.
That used to dudes be worse than the lanes.
Yep.
Do, 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 do.
So that was about it. So
Yeah.
another good show, y'all. I appreciate you guys. Much love. And it's always a fun time.
Mhm.
We trying to cut it by a few minutes. We ain't trying to hit the 3, but we almost hit it.
We got to wrap it up in 15 minutes.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody. Everybody
Yes,
Thanks
that
for
we
came
do.
in.
hanging in.
Always appreciate Miss Doobie. We appreciate my brother DJ XL, my brother-in-law Tony. We definitely appreciate L. Thank you, man. You gotta make sure you come every week. We're here. We do the music, the brutally honest rap show on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. And then we do
Mhm.
this relationship show here at 9:30 p.m. on every Friday.
Mhm.
Shouts out there, like I said, Yada L. Shout out to Simply 10 Art. Shout out to who else?
Bayliner was on
Oh yes,
earlier.
yes, Bayline.
Brother-in-law,
Yes.
cousin Leslie.
Oh yeah, big sis.
Yeah, big
Leslie.
sis. Simply 10, thanks.
Mhm.
So
It was a couple more, but yeah.
AC Barner. Which
Oh
one's
yeah, yeah.
that?
That
that's
was
brother-in-law.
yeah, that's
Hey,
brother.
brother-in-law.
Oh, City Boy Smack.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you,
There you
City
City
Boy
Boy
Smack.
Smack.
Yes, thank you,
Thank you for
thank you.
definitely coming in to the show. And we're going back. So
Simply
that was
as
it.
it. Oh,
Oh,
we
Yeah,
want to
Tina
read.
Bowling.
Yeah, Miss
Oh yes,
Tina.
yeah, Miss Tina.
Miss
Yeah.
Tina. That was earlier.
Um,
So,
and and simply 10 hours say, oh, now y'all want to leave when I come back. And then
Well, it's been done 3 hours.
yeah, Yada. Hey Yada, why don't you go on right now and subscribe to the channel for us real quick.
mhm.
We'd love to have you
Yes,
back.
subscribe.
And make sure y'all like the video. Please like the video. That helps us in the algorithm. And shouts out to our panel. Sweet Mama G. Of matter of fact, tell them also about your channel, Sweet Mama, so we can get things built up there.
Yeah, we getting it built up. We still working on it. So it's Living Life with Spice on YouTube. We're coming up with various shows and topics from different type of relationship and strictly business and big bold and dang beautiful people for the fluffy plus size individuals. We're working on that. We're working on the clothing line. We're working on my eyewear line. So it's a lot of different things. I'm doing pop-up shops out of state, on the East Coast so far. Just did one for Christmas time in 2 different states. Just working on different things. Thank you for inviting me, even though he didn't tell me via text. that I was
My
coming
my bad,
in
cousin. My bad,
because I
cousin.
was sitting there working like, is that a pop-up on my thing? So y'all know I be working all the time.
Yeah,
But thank you so much for having me again. I'm glad to see you back, Miss
always.
Chelsea. If we did not see you for last Friday, Happy New Year to everyone. Please make sure you go on
Yes.
to Living Life with Spice. Hit like, notification, subscribe. We're gonna have stuff popping. Please go on to YouTube, Street Tactics Radio. Like, click, subscribe, as well as the notification button. So when shows come on, like I saw it come on and pop up, you'll see it on your phone or your messenger system saying, "Hey, Concrete, the executive producer, is coming on with various crews. We have DJ XL. He's been on a relationship and the Brooding Honest Rap Show. Make sure you come out for that on Wednesday. Great artist. It's a better platform. I'm so proud of my cousin. It's so innovative. I like the colors, the setup now. I love that you all
Thank
have
you, cousin.
DJs on. The guests have been popping more so than ever. So big things popping. I'm grateful my cousin's moving forward in his blessing. He always talked about this moving forward. Hopefully we'll have some music coming out soon.
We
Thank you,
will.
Miss Chelsea, for life
Yes.
coaching, bringing Dr. D business to our streets, the street tactics. We
Yeah.
appreciate you as well. And Mrs. Lily, usually on, but wherever she, I don't know. But thank you all, the guests that have come in, and all the viewers. Make sure you go on and like and also comment, because I always try to start the comments so you all will get notification that comments are popping. So make
Yeah.
sure you go in, like and comment, and make sure you share, because throughout the week we share on our Facebook again. We make sure we
Correct.
share it again from YouTube, so algorithms can come up. We can start getting popping and more views, more views, more views. Go watch some of the past shows, see what the topics were, see the other co-hosts that have been with DJ Concrete. We call him Crete, and Miss Chelsea, and some different individuals. We had some steaming topics on, so just make sure you hit us again.
Thank you so much, cousin. You always do such a great, awesome job. We love you and appreciate you and all that. And you always be looking out for that link. and and DJ XL, brother, we definitely gonna do this mixtape. It's gonna be a
I've
good
been the
one.
executive marketing person for this mixtape for a while, XL.
Yeah,
Probably we're going on a year. April will be a year, so we waiting.
yeah,
We
it's
want the
coming. It's
mixtape.
gonna happen, brother. And then Miss Chelsea, we are so happy that you're back. We're glad that you
Yes.
guys have had a good time on your vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
yep, it's
And
good to see you back.
I'm gonna keep it simple. Love, peace, and chicken grease, my
Oh
friends.
wow.
I'm
Amen.
going to bed.
I'm hungry
I'm
now.
going to bed. I am
Good
too.
night. Thank you.
Yeah,
Everyone have a wonderful weekend. Make sure you look out for Wednesday show and Friday relationship show. Peace out.
yes. Peace out, y'all. Much love.